Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another stream. Friday stream from the Hermitcraft server. Armageddons are escaping. Armadillos. They've left the nest. Oh, they grow up so fast, everybody. Why did they leave? I mean, jeez. It's such a small... the chances of them getting out through this? How do they find their way through this? This is craziness. They had to go all the way up here also to escape the colony. I need him in here, man. I need the infestation. Look at these things. They're so stinking cute. I need to see this every morning in my life. This is how I need to start my day. I need to see my armadillos. You know what I'm saying? They bring me much joy. Man, we need to make more of these things. We just need to infinitely breed them, I think. Just need to make like a gazillion of them. Because for some reason they somehow escaped the base. I mean, I think I've only found one or two just hanging around here. There's one in its natural environment, just chilling. But like, I unleashed at least 50 into the environment, and they're all gone. Okay, guys, here you go. Look at all these beautiful chives to chomp on. You got food for days. You know, chill. Enjoy your lives here, man. You don't want to venture out forth into the yonder. People will kill you for your scoot. It's not even a joke. Your scoot is valuable. They will destroy you. Stay with me, you'll be safe. Jeez. Armadillos might be cute, but they definitely don't have any brains in amongst the scoot. Guys, welcome to the stream. Yo, Cherry Pie. Wow, what an incredibly generous tip. Thank you for the £50. For you and Johnny to have some good times together for your trip. Thank you, Cherry, and thank you for initiating our text-to-speech Rosie system, our TTA system, which is triggered for £10 and up, or 1,000 biddies are up, so that we don't get interrupted all the time. But when it does happen, it is a joy to hear in my ears. The Rosie reading out your messages. Cherry, very, very generous. Thank you, and I shall ensure that £50 goes toward Jono and I having a lovely brotherly dinner together when I go visit him next week. Not next week, next month. I mean, it's basically next week. My trip to America is coming fast. Oh my goodness, okay. Getting nervous. Still a while to go, though. Still a while to go. Guys, welcome to the stream. We're doing cool stuff today. I am so inspired by my last episode. Last episode, we played Armadillo football with Joel. And what the heck? How did the armadillo get there? Dudes, wait one doggone second. How is this even possible, though? There's a giant cavern here. What the heck? That's the only bridge across over there. The thing scooted itself all the way... Okay. I mean, maybe these stinking armadillos are smarter than we think. Plus, they can jump over caverns, apparently. You're lost. Come on. Maybe we need to add some walls or something, eh? we need to block them in, I think. That's where we're at right now. They're scooting all over the place. Come on, you fellas. Come on. Let's get you back inside. Anyway, I'm super inspired. I want to see if we can make an actual armadillo football game. And I've been experimenting on creative a little bit today. I've got some really interesting news about the armadillo. It's a pretty sturdy little beast. It can take quite a lot of damage when it's in ball mode. And that's great because it means it can be kicked around as a football. In fact, I think they might be actually perfect for the purposes of footballing. And I've been working on a little potential stadium in creative. We'll go over there today and do a little bit of work in creative, I think, to do some brainstorming. You know what? Let's do this proper lore, right? They come from the JME. They live inside of the jet engines, so we'll unleash them over here. Guys, do we add, like, anti-armadillo escape systems to the base now? I don't want the armadillos escaping. In the video I said I don't mind if they go wandering, but they're all very independent, it seems. They want to go out and see the world. They're too darn cute to see the world. We've got to keep them locked up, I think. How do we do this? I guess just with some fence gates might be the answer that we're looking for. Shall we just do fence gates? Yeah, that'll work. So yes, I'm really excited, guys. I think I have a pretty awesome idea for an Armadillo football game, which is kind of like football meets Quidditch, is basically the only way that I can describe this. It's like football meets Quidditch. Something like this. Although I haven't quite figured out the rules and stuff of the game. I don't want to make it too complicated. You know, just like soccer or football is like a very simple game to play. I want to try and make this game simple too, so that any Minecraft server in the world can set up their own Dillow Ball stadiums and play Dillow Ball themselves. You know what I mean? And yeah, I think I've got a pretty sweet idea. Maybe something like this, right? They can't get through this. Okay. I mean, it's really ugly, though. Really ugly. By the way, not 100% sold on the name yet. Dillow Ball. Can they get through this? Oh, they can. What the heck? They can get through that? Oh no, what do we do about this now? Do we have to do something like this then? I mean, this really makes it ugly though, right? This destroys our bioscanner doors. Makes them look super ugly. Do berry bushes under carpets work? Oh. Wait a minute. Is that a thing? Oh, you guys are so stinking smart. Will that work? What about just carpets? Will they walk on carpets? It's a thing. Dillow Ball in the Gigadome. Now we're cooking with gas. Now that's what I'm talking about. Dillow Ball in the Gigadome. Goodness gracious, that sounds stinking sweet. Okay, we need a Gigadome. Where's that going? Wait, one thing at a time here, people. Sheesh, where can we get cherry bushes from? Does beef grow cherries? Beef grows cherries, okay. Let's pluck some of beef's cherries. I mean, we've plucked all his other bits and pieces already so far this season. I'm sure he won't mind. Yes. I don't know how many we need. Let's just get a bunch, right? Here we go, 42 should be enough. Plus the answer to the universe and everything, you know? Anyway, so we're going to try work on Dillow Ball today, guys. I don't know if this is the final name of the minigame for this. Dillow Ball. I kind of like it. I mean, it's football, but with an armadillo. You know, you can only do so much to mix these two things up. Oh, we need some carpets too. But I do kind of like Dillow Ball. I think it's pretty sweet. So we're gonna work on some designs for this. I'm very excited. I might even try get another episode out for Sunday actually, to try get this this game up and running, because it's gonna be pretty sweet. Okay, so what do we do for carpet color? What about, I was thinking gray maybe? Do I even have any other wool available? Not really. I mean, I've just got white wool. Maybe white wool will be all right. Let's just have a look. What does white wool look like on the floor of the of these entrances? Shall we turn the music down a little bit? There we go. Hope everybody's doing well, by the way. Also, I would like to dedicate. In fact, you know what? We're gonna stop the music here, people. I want to dedicate this stream, this Dillow Ball stream, to a magnificent and historical moment in our history here on Twitch. Because, in fact, this week we have started to get our very first 100-month subscribers coming through. And last night on stream, Lil Wolfie was historically our first ever 100-month subscriber. And we've got another one tonight. And that is the wonderful Bjornar. the absolute legend, who has been around this place longer than some of you have been alive, been looking after me for all of these years. Not only that, even wrote for me our very own custom chat bot called Ren the Bot. And Bjorn, my dear friend, sincerely, thank you so much for always being there. Through the ups and the downs, there was always one name that I always saw in the stream. And it was yours. That I always consistently saw, right? And it's people like you that have kept me going throughout all of these years and never, ever giving up, no matter how low to the bottom of the barrel we get. Seeing your name in the chat, year in and year out, keeps me going, brother. Thank you very, very much for everything, Bjorn. I appreciate you so much. And a big thank you to all of you other OGs in the house who will be coming through over the next few weeks for your 100-month subscribers. There's not very many of you out there, but those of you who are out there, no words will ever describe how much I appreciate you guys. Love you, Bjorn. Thank you, my friend. Speaking of subbers, there's also been a few subbers coming in tonight. Creepy Vipers with the 7 months. Sub to Mumba with the 22 months. Almost 2 years, my dear friend. Yes, indeed. Haven't finished, but had me smiling and laughing. Thank you, Sub to Mumba. And Bjorn there with the 100 stinking month resub. Insane. I am Mac here with the 2 months and Clayton with the 40 months. Enjoy the late night stream. Oh, that was from last night. Never mind. Never mind. Thank you to Cherry again for the very generous tip also. And thank you to SAFRU for the biddies. Appreciate it. And on top of that, let's make some stinking noises, including camel noises for the Lorix, Kilgore, Pendra, dropping 5 gifted subs here on the community. Thank you very much. And during my speech, the stinking armadillo's escaping again. Can you believe it, guys? These armadillos, outrageous. They're such free spirits. They just want to go exploring. You know what I'm saying? They just want to go look at the world out there. Oh, they're so dang cute. Okay, I think we probably, with all of this armadillo escaping happening, we probably need to get some wool and do different wool colors. And then we're going to work on Dillow Ball, okay? Then we'll get there.
Hello, D3 Chaired X 1000. Congratulations on the 100-month subscribers.
Yo, Elodie, thank you for triggering the text-to-speech with 1,000 biddies. Appreciate you, baby. And yes, indeed. I mean, you know, I can even remember, like, when I first started thinking about streaming over 100 months ago, because I wasn't a partner for a while, right? So I streamed before I was a partner too. I actually don't know how long I've been streaming. I mean, I started streaming on Justin TV, which is what Twitch was before Twitch's Twitch. And I mean, funnily enough, when I first started streaming, I remember thinking to myself, like, is this even worth doing? Shouldn't you rather be spending this time making YouTube videos? You know, every hour you stream could be an hour that you spend editing or recording or whatever, you know? And I certainly remember at the time when I first started streaming thinking to myself, well, this is just a fad, you know? This will come and go. This is a nothing. And there certainly were long periods of time, you know, you can probably remember, where we didn't actually stream for long periods of time, just because we didn't have much of an audience. It wasn't until we joined Hermitcraft that things actually started to kick off for our streaming. And in fact, I still remember my very first Hermitcraft stream, or I think it was the first one. It might not be the actual first one, but it feels like it was the first one. And during this stream, Xisumavoid raided me with like 1,000 viewers. And I was just flabbergasted. Up until that point, I'd only ever streamed to maybe 50 people, like max, you know? And Xisuma dropped 1,000 people on my stream and my mind just melted. I just didn't know what was going on. And we've been streaming pretty consistently ever since. Right, can this armadillo get out through this? Also, we're missing some end rods here, kind of annoying. Speaking of legends, Paysamum in the house with the 10 gifted subs. Just get the camel out for this one. Thank you, Paysamum. Appreciate you, baby. Thank you, thank you. As always, been very, very generous out here on the streams, looking after the peoples. Keeping us well over that 1,500 subscriber mark, everybody. Thank you, friends. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, there we go. It is fixed. Okay, Armadillo seems trapped by this. So this looks like it works. I mean, we kind of have to... I think we got to push him near to it. And then see if he wants to walk over, right? So there we go. Let's leave him there. See what happens. Oh, we can get a spider eye and try lure him, I suppose. But luring might force his AI to go over the things. I trust you guys, though. I'm worried about this, though. Can he get through this? That's kind of what I'm thinking, you know? Thank you very much, Paysimum. That is very kind of you. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Lorix, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Also, thank you guys. My goodness, what a way to start a Friday, hey? Okay. Well, I presume that they can't get through that. Are there any armadillos around here? I mean, talk about an armadillo infestation. When I made the episode, that's exactly what I wanted. I wanted them to infest the world, but this is ridiculous. They're going forth and exploring way beyond where they should. They are stinking cute, though. Definitely my favorite Minecraft animal for a very, very long time. Armadillos are the best. Alright, he shouldn't be able to. Okay, well, we'll just trust the Minecraft science, shall we? And we're going to need a little bit more light grey wool, too. Sweet. So, yes, today, guys, we're working on Dillow Ball. I've got plans. It's going to be awesome. You know what? We'll just do this here. That'll do. I'll fix it up at some other point. We're going to try and make an actual mini game. We're going to try and make football in Minecraft. Has this been done before, by the way? Has anybody managed to achieve this momentous task of football in Minecraft? I think not, right? The thing is, I've got a twist for you guys, though. I've got a twist. I think I figured out a really interesting and unique way to make this football game really exciting and really interesting. We're going to head over to creative in a moment. I'll show you guys. Hallowed Animations, thank you for the biddies. They're just spreading the word of Gigacorp in the most adorable way. True, they're going forth and doing the work that I asked them to. Oh, that's so stinking cute. Okay, we don't want them going out here either. We'll just plant a couple of shrubs here. Anti-Dillow shrubs, basically. Here we go. Oh, we have so much work to do. I still need to finish up the river here. I still need to sort out a payment for false. Oh, man. This Dillow Ball idea has just taken over my brain, though. I must make it work at all costs. I guess this one should be green, right? Green carpet, I suppose. Yes. That's not ideal. That's okay. When we get to working on this part of the world, we'll make sure we beautify all of this jazz. But for now, it's going to look slightly jank, and that's fine. Just ignore. This is like a really big door over here, eh? Sheesh. Okay. We plant these. Now, I'm just assuming, because science, that the Dillows can't actually escape through here now. You guys have promised me that this is, in fact, the truth, so I believe you. Time will tell. Oh, we could do moss carpet. True. Yeah, moss carpet would be good. That's okay. I'm not too worried about these things that are sort of far away in the unknowns. Oh, man, if we're going to go back to storage, we might as well do it properly, hey? Might as well do it properly. I don't know if moss carpet functions the same as carpet with the whatchamacallit. With the stopping the armadillos from leaving, if you know what I mean. I don't know if they treat moss carpet the same as normal carpet. Who knows? I certainly don't have the Minecraft knowledge to answer this question, so tell you what, we'll just make green carpet. Get a bit more bone meal. Make sure these Dillows never leave again. It's pathfinding, it does? Okay. I guess the moss carpet looks a little bit better, right? Moss carpet looks a bit better. Okay. Let's use moss carpet. Might as well get this done properly. If you're going to do a job, do it right. That's what my mum always taught me. You know what I'm saying here, people? Although this job is... This is no good. Here we just do a botched job. It's fine. Nobody's looking. It's not like we're streaming or anything. You know what I mean? It's fine. You guys saw nothing, okay? Wait, what? That's the wrong one. Wait a minute. Don't tell False, okay? I think False is kind of working on this area at the moment to beautify it and whatnot, but... Oh, I need to get more stones and rocks and whatnot. Okay. We'll get to Dillow Ball soon, okay, guys? Anything but sorting. Hey, Cat Crazy, what's up? Guys, thanks to everybody who came around for last night's stream, now that I see X is hanging out on the server. We had a really great time with X and Imp and Skiz. We went and played some Lethal Company with them, and we had a ball. It was a lot of fun. Really great game, great company. We were just chilling. For you subs, I'd highly recommend checking out the VOD. If you missed it, it was a great time with some great chaps. And actually a pretty sweet game. Especially considering it's an indie game made by one human. It's designed by one guy, which is pretty insane. Okay, there we go. So now that's blocked. Have we now contained all of the Dillows? The Dillows can no longer escape, right? Every entrance has been berry bushed. I think that is the case. A little bit ugly, but you can barely see it though, right? Like, we can see it because we notice it, but if you're traveling through here, you probably don't see it at all. Oh wait, I think there's probably an entrance to Iskal's that we haven't done yet. I don't think we've done this one yet. Just a bit of murder for profit, yeah. Guys, Xisuma killed me to sell my body for $5. $5 for my corpse. Xisuma took my... He didn't just kill me, he beat me to death with a stop sign. Dudes, just make some stinking noise, because we got another OG resubscriber in the house. It's, of course, the amazing and the wonderful and the ever-present another JT, helping me out with Redstone for so many years. JT, I don't know what I would have done without you over all of these years, my dear friend. Thank you so much for the support over all this time. You're much appreciated in my life. Thank you very much. And welcome back for the 86-month stinking OG reset. Okay, so we just got to do this one. Let's do some brown carpet over this. Okay. So, that's good. Can we do one more little scout for any Dillows that might have ventured forth? Because they're also... Whoops, I'm just pressing all the wrong buttons. They're also like kind of... Oh. How far are they going into the neighborhood and stuff? That's a pig. The pigs and the Dillows look pretty similar. There's a Dillow... They... Didn't we just drag these ones back in 5 minutes ago? My goodness. Come on, you guys. Who would have thought armadillos are so explorative? I mean, they take after their papa. You know what I'm saying, people? I've been... You know, I'm a bird human. I never stay in one place for more than a couple years before I move on, and I've done that ever since I was 20. Oh, they take after their papa. Free spirits. They do grow up so fast, eh? Oh, man. 1 minute, you're feeding them spider eyes and cleaning up their scoots. The next minute, they're wandering off into the world unknown, only to be murdified by other hermits for scoot action. You hate to see it. That's a salmon. And all this time I thought you were a dog. I'm an armadillo. An armadillo. We found quite a few out here, actually. They were wandering towards Hypno's zone. Some weird reason. I think that's basically it. Question, do they despawn, guys? Does anybody know to, like, if you breed them, They won't despawn, right? We don't have to name them. See, this is what I want to see. I want to see them in the biome, right? Look at this. It's so cool. Look at this. I love seeing them in the biomes. Joe, hey Joe. Joe's hanging out with us here, guys. Big love to the Joe Hills. Best thing to do is buy name tags. True, Joe. True. I should name them, actually. Passive mobs don't despawn. I mean, it would be pretty cool to name them, though, hey? Potentially. See, now we got some life in the biome. Look at this. We got some life. It's cooking. They're just, they're all over the place. Scooting left, right, and center. This is my favorite one, by the way. This is the one that lives on the false symmetry algae patch. Look at this one's got sass. You see this? He takes off his mama. False symmetry. Look at the sass in that eyeball right there. That is one sassy Dillow. Let me tell you. He lives on this algae patch eating all the slugs. The false symmetry slugs. The falsadilla. Exactly. Look, he's even scooted for us. Bro, clean up after yourself for crying out loud. I'm trying to house train him for when False gets back, you know what I mean? But, like I say, he's sass, man. Look at that. Look at that sass. Oh, yeah, we can VIP someone else. True, we can VIP Joe. Yo, Joe, hold on. Let me VIP you. VIP your ass. Oh, Joe's a moderator, though. Joe's a moderator. We'll leave Joe as a moderator. I'd rather have the hermits as moderators in case, you know, something really bad happens. And the more moderators you have watching your back, the better, you know? Anyway, pay some up. Thank you for the gifted sub to Joe. Appreciate it. And Jexo here with a gifted sub to Stel. Thank you, Jex. CRD is here with some biddies. Joke incoming. What do you get when you cross an armadillo and a knight? Sir, roll a lot. It's a good one. Yo, Kick to Brum. Thank you for the 100 biddies also. And thank you everybody else for all the love tonight. Guys, shall we get to business? Let's head over to creative. I'm so excited. We're going to try and design Dillow Ball, an actual Minecraft mini game, but I'm thinking I want to do this so well that it becomes a sport. I want to make the next Dodge Bolt. Okay? Wait. Look, there's anti-Dillow technology. I forgot about the Wither Roses under the Giga Truck. These things might have killed a few Dillows, actually. Oh, you hate to see it. What a bad dad I am, hey? My goodness. That's why I never made children, guys, clearly. If I can't even look after armadillos in Minecraft, how the heck will I look after human dillos? I'd leave Wither Roses all over my house for them to walk on, or whatever. Okay, are there any dillos in here? No, okay. I kind of want to breed more of them, though, hey? I don't have any more spider eyes, though. Okay, anyway, let's stay focused. A Dillow Ball. Dillow Ball. I want to make a competitive Minecraft minigame using an armadillo as a football. Inspired by armadillo football that we played with Joel in my last episode. And we're going to spend a bit of time in creative today trying to figure something out. I've got a little design that I've been working on this afternoon, and there's the ball. There's the ball. Now, please be welcome, everybody, to the start of hopefully something amazing for Season 10. It is the very first alpha design for a Dillow Ball field. And it's going to look a little something like this. I want to make it out of copper in homage to this update, which has given us infinite copper, basically, and brought us the armadillo. And I have just been working on this, although there's a whole bunch of other rubbish in this creative world. You know what, guys? We're going to we're gonna move to a new creative world, okay? Let's copy this. We're gonna do a bit of light matter work tonight. Let's copy this whole stadium. And we'll take it to a fresh world. And we'll work it there. Okay, that's got the whole thing in it, right? Yes, okay. Let's save this thing. We'll save this as Dillow Ball Field version 1. Sweet. Oh, nice, the game crashed. Dudes, Dillow Ball is so epic. Minecraft couldn't handle the epicness. Literally crashed my game. Guys, speaking of OGs, by the way, while the game reloads, want to say a big shout out to Brother Bego, who's in the house this evening. Bego, I'm not sure if you were here a little bit earlier on, but we celebrated our very first 100 subscriber 100-month subscriber this week. Yesterday, Bego, Lil Wolfie hit 100 months. This very day, Bjornar hit 100 months. This is the week in which we start hitting the 100-month resubs. And I don't know. Bego's been with me basically before I even streamed. In fact, Bego's been with me probably since my first season of... Maybe even before my first season of Minecraft, but maybe not that far back. Maybe, though. Never thought we'd get to 100 months, Bego. What the heck, my friend? What the stinking heck? Anyway, we're trying to make Armadillo football, is the plan. So, fresh, creative world, guys. Let's do some things here. Dillow Ball. Field version 1. Now, I want to show you guys some interesting discoveries that I've made this afternoon. Let's paste this thing in. And talk you through where I'm at currently with the design. So, when I played Armadillo football with Joel in the previous episode, one of the things that we were struggling with was hitting a wall with the Armadillo, right? So, say, for example, there was a wall here. And let's just get into survival. And we were playing Dillow Ball. And we pushed the Dillow into the wall like this. Why is he not going into his little thing? Okay, there he goes. If it was off the ice, it would get stuck. You know what? Actually, let's do this over here. Let's do it off the ice, because the ice solves quite a lot of problems, actually. This thing doesn't trigger with... Do we have to go into normal mode? Like, what's happening? Why does the Armadillo not go into... Bro! Okay, so if you play normal football with an Armadillo like this, right? You can push them around like this. Problem is when you get to a wall, it gets really hard, right? To, like, get them out. Oh, I gotta run. Okay, so you have to run to get them to go into a ball. If you walk, I've got toggle sprint on, so if we toggle sprint off, which is this, doesn't feel like we have toggle sprint off though, because we've got speed from the beacons here. But there we go. Okay, so if we're playing like we did with Joel, we push the Armadillo around. When it gets onto a wall like this, it's basically impossible to get it off, right? It's really, really hard. You then have to use like a lead or a fishing rod to yoink it off. So I try to figure out a way. Yo, Bego, Terraria, Frodome soldiers unite, babies. Bego, I think you might literally be the only Frodome pimp in the house, dude. Unless Bjornar was there also. But I think you might be the only PIMP from the Frodome days. You hate to see it, bro. So yeah, that's one of the troubles, right? They get stuck on the walls like this. So here's an idea that I had. What if we've got the Starstream Express, Bego? You and I, we've been down many Starstream Expresses in our time, eh? You know what I'm saying? So the idea that I had was pushing let's make it so that if there is a wall to the stadium, it will always push the ball back into the stadium, right? So, observe, if you will. If we now move the armadillo into the wall, it will then eventually be pushed back into the stadium, or the player can jump into the water to get it back into the stadium like this. So that's the one observation that I've made this afternoon. Now, the very interesting observation that I've made is that armadillos can actually take quite a lot of damage, especially when they're in ball mode. So basically, the maths of this is that when the armadillo is in ball mode, it takes damage. The equation is, I think it's damage minus 2. Oh no, I think it's damage minus 3 divided by 2. I think. I might be wrong. Or maybe it's damage. I think it's damage minus 2 divided by 2. So say it takes 6 damage. It will then... That 6 damage is divided by 2 into 3 damage, and then that's divided... No, sorry. If they take 6 damage... Let's just do this properly, right? So 6 damage minus 2 is 4 damage divided by 2, so they take 2 damage in total from a 6 damage attack, right? Something like that. But I've actually observed that they seem to be able to take a lot more damage than I originally thought. I have been doing some experimenting with other things. Like the egg is a pretty interesting one. They take 0 damage from this. This is quite a good way to move them around, which is pretty cool. Problem with the eggs, though, of course, is that it makes chickens, right? Puts chickens onto the stadium, onto the playing surface, which is actually kind of annoying. And we just can't have this, you know? I mean, it's kind of funny, I guess, but at the same time, if we want to make like a competitive minigame, we can't be having chickens on the field. Do you know what I mean? Now, we can use snowballs too, I believe. Snowballs are pretty cool too, right? So check it out. We can use snowballs to push the Dillo through the goalposts here. Trouble with snowballs is that they come in stacks of 16 only. 16 stacks, not a lot, right? And I don't think that they're that exciting. They've also like been in the game forever, right? Okay, so the actual equation is HP minus 1 divided by 2. So it's damage minus 1 divided by 2. That's their damage reduction, actually. Now, we do have a new thing from 1.21, and that is the wind charge. Now, wind charges do damage, but wind charges also are ridiculously cool. Look at this. Look how sweet they are. They're these projectiles that shoot completely straight, in a straight line. So there's some sort of skill in being able to hit the armadillo from a distance, for example. Or, more importantly, hit players from a distance, right? So say, for example, you're looking after the goals from back here. You can interact with the game using your wind charges from back here while the other players are up front, right? Not only that, the wind charge can be used to disrupt players that are currently trying to push for a goal. So say, for example, we are, you know, we're on the attack here, right? We're trying to get the Dillo into the box. As the goalie, I can shoot just in front of the player that's currently coming for me, and that'll actually blow the player up like this, right? You see? See this? I think we can do this with free cam. Wind charges will make you go up like this, right? Now, on top of this, if you're really good, you can use wind charges yourself to maybe, I don't know, bounce over a player that's in front of you, right? Or like do some sort of tricky thing where you can like do a bounce in a 360 no scope on the Dillow Ball. Something like that. So I think the wind charges are really sweet. Also, what's great about the wind charges is they come in stacks of 64. So this just makes the game a little bit more enjoyable for the players because they've got, they don't have to worry about, you know, swapping every 16 snowballs. They got to get a new snowball out, right? This is a stack of, look at his little paws come out and he shakes with fear as he goes. But look at this. Look how fun this is. This is so awesome. By the way, interesting thing about the Dillow, you can also just hit it on the ice, right? You can actually hit it. I found a way to hit it and wind charge it so that it goes up. Like if you hit and wind charge at the same time, you can make this thing fly up into the air. There, did you see that? It did like a little bounce thing. So this way you might even, some players might find like some exploits where you could even hit the ball over the top of the goalie's head or something. People will Rocket League this. They will find some crazy ways to make this ball do stuff that we could never imagine doing. And the interesting thing is, the ball's an entity, right? So there's probably a load of like really interesting things that can happen with this ball that we don't even think about right now, that, you know, much smarter players than me will figure out. But look at this, right? We're smacking this thing. I suppose if we go to ease, let's go to hard mode. I want to show you guys how much damage this thing can actually take, right? Tell you what, let's just like stock up on wind charges, and let's just Dillow Ball a little bit. Also, let's set the time to noon and turn off the daylight stuff. So we can actually hit this thing a lot. Believe it or not, it's pretty insane. Like, this thing will take probably, I don't know, 50 hits. In fact, I don't even know if it takes damage from the wind charges. I know it's supposed to, and it goes red like that. But firstly, is there a way for us to actually monitor this thing's HP? Maybe I can use Mini-HUD, right? Can Mini-HUD show us this? Hold on. Let's have a look. No damage in ball mode? Oh, it won't take damage from the formula? Interesting, interesting. Okay, let's see. Hit points? Mob? What do we look for in mob? Info mob. Is this what we need? Maybe? Let's have a look. If we look at this thing. Okay, either way, it really doesn't. It takes a really long time to kill this thing. It will. I think it'll take damage if you punch with the crit, right? Then it takes a little bit of damage, and it will eventually die. It has died a little bit every now and then. I don't actually know if it takes damage from the crits or not. I haven't been able to work that out yet. Like, this game is just in its infancy right now. I haven't got to any of the technical stuff yet. But what's interesting about this is that it gives us an opportunity to make the Dillow dying a part of the game, right? Now think about this. The game is like football, right? You got to get the ball through the goal. That gives you 1 goal. And whoever has the most goals at the end of the game wins the game, right? However, there's going to be some twists. If you're the player that kills the Dillow, your team gets -1 goal. Now, in order for us to be able to monitor this, there needs to be a referee at the game, right? Either a referee or an audience that can be referred to. Maybe some sort of slow motion replay capabilities also, right? So that we can actually see who might have killed the Dillow. So yeah, if you kill the ball, minus a goal, right? So that adds like a little bit of jeopardy into the whole thing. Number 2, I want to restrict the amount of wind charges per goal. So in between goals, maybe each player only gets a stack of wind charges. But as soon as a goal has been scored, then everybody goes back up to 64 wind charges, right? Like goes off the field. You know, like in American football, you switch from defense to attack or whatever. Like in between the goals, there's a moment to go and collect some wind charges. I was also thinking about making it a little bit like Quidditch, where each player on the field has a different role, right? Now this is where it gets a bit nebulous. I haven't quite figured this out yet. Maybe you guys can give me some ideas. If you name the Dillow, won't it say who killed it? Oh yes, blah blah. That is an amazing idea. Oh, that's a fantastic idea. Is that true? Okay, let's test this. That is such a good idea. Oh my goodness, you guys are so stinking smart. Dillow Ball. Okay, so if we name this Dillow, and we slash this thing to death. Oh, I guess it has to be on a server, right? Does it have to be on a server? Okay, yeah, I think that'll work on a server, I think. That's a really great idea. Awesome. Let me just get some tea here, friends. Ren, Mini HUD, you can use info looking at entity. Okay, let's try that. Let's see how much damage this thing is actually taking. Info looking at entity, true. Unfortunately, here in the creative world, the stupid slimes spawn, which is annoying. Okay, there we go. HP. So he's got 12 HP, right? You see this? Top left, we see the information. You guys, it's tricky to see because it's underneath the gray stuff. Okay, so let's hit it with the wind charge. HP 11 out of 12. Okay, so it does take some damage. Interesting. 11 out of 12. Did it take... Oh, it might have taken a hit when it was out of ball mode, right? So every now and then it will take damage when it exits ball mode, but it looks like when it's in ball mode, it won't take damage. Does it take damage from a punch? No, it doesn't take damage from a punch unless it's out of ball mode. There we go. It takes 1 damage from a punch if out of ball mode. Interesting. Okay, this is kind of making me excited. What if one of the players is a puncher, right? So let's think... Oh, whoops. Let's think Quidditch. Regen beacons don't work for mobs, unfortunately. They only work for players. I was thinking about Quidditch, right? From Harry Potter. Bluetooth, thank you for the 43-month OG. Let's get the camel out for you, baby. 84 with the 3 months. Thank you, guys. Thanks, everybody. So I was thinking about Quidditch, right? So what if the striker is the puncher, right? Because punching is the quickest way to move the Dillow. Now that we know that it doesn't take damage, wait, let's see if it takes damage from a crit punch. HP 9.8. HP 9.5. HP, okay, so it takes 0.2 damage, between 0.2 damage and 0.3 damage from a punch. So the striker is going to be damaging... sorry, and that's from a crit punch, right? It takes 0 damage from a normal punch. It looks like it. Yeah, no damage from a normal punch. This is fascinating. But it will take damage from a critical punch. So there is a chance over time that the ball will break. But I'm thinking, because this is the fastest way to move the Dillow, the striker is the puncher, right? Then the midfielder is the midfielder gets the wind charges. So you have like a midfielder who gets the wind charges. So the midfielder can like disrupt the striker or like be able to hit the ball from afar. It's kind of like the in American football, the quarterback, right? This is definitely the most difficult position on the field because you're attacking from a distance, right? You have this wind charge that you have to use from a distance. Man, these wind charges are so cool. So maybe the midfielder gets wind charges, right? I think that's pretty sweet. Oh, man, these stupid mobs. And yeah, Dillow Ball's going to be soccer. We are making soccer here. We're trying to make soccer. But dudes, we got to keep it simple. Okay? I love making games. I've tried to make so many games in my life, so many board games, trading card games, computer games, and I always fail because I make it too complicated. I add too much into it and it gets too nebulous. If you think about football, the game, right? The most popular sport in the world, played in every single country by children, from children to old people. Everybody plays football. All you need is a field, 2 goals and a ball, right? That's it. There's nothing else. There's no fancy business. You don't have to get fancy. So we could keep it really simple and just make it punchadillo, right? Like it could just be this. But I think the wind charges add an interesting little twist to the game that is kind of Minecrafty and also skill-based. Because of the distance, the distance shooting, right? Also, by the way, the effects that we're running is speed 2, regen, and jump boost 2. And the reason we're doing regen is because, because we're doing jump boost 2 is because I want to add a little bit, I want to make it a little bit more difficult for the players to move around. I want them to be able to, I want them to learn to control their movement better. Without jump boost 2, players will just bunny hop the whole time, right? But with jump boost 2, bunny hopping is like kind of bad because you get more airtime, so you're actually slower, you know? So I think adding jump boost is interesting. It also means that you can like jump to avoid, if someone is trying to knock you out the way, you could jump over it, right? You know what I mean? You could like jump over the wind charge, whereas without jump boost, you'd get hit by the wind charge if it's put at the bottom of your feet. Is this in the spirit of the Olympics? I didn't even know the Olympics was happening until this morning when I saw the news from France. I was like, oh, okay, the Olympics is happening. I guess, yeah, this is a great chance just to do this right at the start of the Olympics. I am a marketing genius, everybody. I definitely thought about that. 100%. Yeah, definitely. True. American football is very convoluted and complicated rules, and people do love it. That is true. Which kind of counteracts my my theory, but anyway, so the interesting thing is, looking at some science here, it looks like the Dillow is taking some damage. It will eventually die, and whoever kills it gets minus a goal. So that's pretty awesome, right? I think we're onto something, guys. I honestly think, I don't know, I might be barking up the wrong tree here, but I think if we do this properly, we might make a vanilla Minecraft minigame that'll go global. That every Minecraft server on the planet will make. That everybody will play. If we can keep it simple. Now, with that in mind, wind charges are kind of a pain in the butt to get. The only way you can get them is killing breezes in trial chambers. And you only get a certain amount per trial chamber. We would have to grind probably, if we want to hold a Dillow Ball tournament on Hermitcraft, we'd probably have to grind like 20 chambers just to get the wind charges for it. So maybe wind charges are a bad idea, you know? I think like standard Dillow Ball will just be punching, right? But this is, I don't know, this is kind of boring. You can just imagine Minecraft players just chasing after this thing. I don't think there's... The difference between this and football is that in football you can variate the strength in which you hit the ball, which then variates the distance the ball travels, right? But of course in Minecraft, this is about it. This is as much as we can do with a punch, which is still interesting, and players will learn to move really fast, and maybe there's tricks going sideways and all sorts of things like this. But by introducing like the wind charge, I think this adds like a pretty interesting dynamic to it, you know? Oh, we can get unlimited wind charges? Okay, well, never mind then. Knockback sword is a pretty cool idea too, but I don't really want the ball to die. I want the ball to die very infrequently, right? I want it to be a moment that changes, that maybe swings the game in a random way, which also might be a feel bad. This is why we need to test this, you know? I need to get this made on the server really fast so we can start testing this. But as far as like the rules of the game are concerned, very, very simple. You just score goals. If you goals through the goals, you get a goal if you score through the goal, and you get -1 goal if you kill the ball. Now the question comes, if we're going to do roles, this is what I'm thinking. The striker is the puncher, right? The striker just has punch. The midfielder has wind charges. And I was thinking that maybe the defender has fishing rod, right? Fishing rod's an interesting one because fishing rod can disrupt the other players. It can also do crazy stuff like this, like basically teleport the ball across the map. The problem with the fishing rod, though, is that I think it's kind of ugly, if I'm honest. If you imagine, I guess there'll only be 2 players with a fishing rod, though. So you will see these fishing rod lines like this, right? Like you'll see the lines, which I don't really like. I was thinking about this, right? You give it to the goalie, and the goalie can't leave this box. Maybe we make the box a little bit bigger, though. Like, I was thinking maybe we extend the box a little bit. So that the goalie doesn't just, you know, the goalie gets to participate in the game. I mean, in football, the goalie pretty much does nothing for most of the game until he has to do everything, right? That's the nature of the goalie in real football. But yeah, maybe it's something like this, right? And the goalie from this position can interact, well, up until the halfway line, it looks like it. It would have been nice if the goalie could interact outside of the halfway line, but yeah, the fishing rod might be quite annoying, right? Because I guess you could do something like this. Well, okay. My initial concern is you could do this, right? Boom, goal. But if the fishing rod is restricted to the goalie, and the goalie may not leave the goal area, then it's never a problem, right? Then that's never a problem. Yeah, and the goalie would be fishing the armadillo toward their own goal, right? So that's interesting. So is the fishing rod even good? Maybe not, right? Allow them to use the goal area but not use the fishing pole outside. I mean, who monitors this, right? This adds like a rule that has to be monitored. I don't know. I think the fishing rod doesn't do enough. Because, okay, imagine we give the fishing rod to the goalie, right? And the players are now attacking the goal. Like, what am I going to do with the fishing rod? You know, the players are coming at you real fast. I mean, we've already seen how fast you can move, right? Look at this, right? If I'm the striker from this side, I can come in real fast here. Even if I'm the midfielder, I can do this, I can blow the goalie out the way, and boom, goal. You got no time to do fishing rod shenanigans while that's happening. I almost feel it should be the goalies that have the wind charges. Because then the goalies can interact with the game from a distance, right? Interesting. 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 I want to keep this game as simple as possible, guys. If we want millions of people to play this all around the world, we can't add too much stuff into it. We can't add enchanted gear and all that stuff, right? The more obstacles we add to making the game playable, the less chance people will play it. Right now, all you need to play this game is ice, an armadillo, and wind charges. Currently as the rules stand, right? That's it. Franco, you like that the goalie's got the wind charges? Giving the goalie the wind charges also makes it a little bit less chaotic, right? Man, these wind charges do weird stuff. Do you guys see this? They do like a whoop. And then sometimes it's going to be a real skill learning how to wind charge also, right? Like as the goalie. See, look at that. That was so weird. Look. What? How do these wind charges work? Are you guys seeing this? Wow, that is so weird. Takes your jumping momentum. Okay. Taking the wind charges away from the attackers also like cleans the game up a bit, right? Because if... Okay, so say you got two goalies, right? I'm thinking 3 aside is what I'm thinking, right? 3 aside. You got a goalie, a striker, and a midfielder. If you got 2 people with wind charges in the field, right? It's just going to be chaos. There's going to be so many wind charges going off all the time. It's just going to be absolute chaos. I mean, do we just... I'm talking about trying to simplify this game. Do we just stick to 2 strikers, 2 punchers, and 1 defender? Maybe we've even got names for these things. Punchers and winders. In a team, there's 2 punchers and... What's the goalie called? 2 punchers and a defender. Or a goalie, I guess. Punches and puffers. That's kind of cool. 2 punches and 1 puffer. That's very Harry Potter, by the way. Charge is not a bad one. Charger implies attack, though, right? A charger feels like an attacking player, not a defending player. A puffender? Punches, puffers, and knockers. Interesting. Okay, I kind of like the puffer having wind charges. The puffenders having wind charges. Do we give the scooters anything? Is that what we're calling the attackers? The scooters? I kind of like punches though, right? Because then you know it kind of does what it says on the tin. Punches and puffers seems kind of neat. True. And I guess it doesn't have to be 3 aside. You could be 5 aside, right? Maybe at 5 aside, you've got 2 puffers. 1 puffer has to stay here, and the other puffer has to stay here, right? Like in here. The other. So basically, if it's 5 aside, you have 3 attackers and 2 puffers, and puffer 1 has to stay in this area. Puffer 2 has to stay in this area, and then the punches can go and attack. Now, do we give anything to anybody else? By the way, this thing hasn't died yet, right? It's on 5.3. This is what I was telling you, right? These things can take some serious damage. We also have to implement some redstone to, like, reset the game if the ball dies. You guys, you see how, like, how good this water system is now, right? Like, these things will get knocked out of the water. If they get knocked into the wall, they come back. And you could probably just do something like this, right? In fact, you could make this even neater, now that I think about it. Yeah, 5 aside seems optimistic. That's why I'm thinking 3 aside is the sweet spot for this game, right? I think 3 aside is a sweet spot. Can we do this? I know, what am I talking about? We can't do that, obviously. We might be able to do this, though, right? No. I was thinking about doing this. That stops the players going up the water. I think that's important, right? I think we've got to stop the players going into the water. I guess you can jump over this, though. Yeah, we should probably play test with what we've got. See if we can get 6... Well, we need 5 hermits to play with, right? Can you jump over this? Yes. Wow. So yeah, what are the other options? Like, what can we give... What can we give the other players? We can give them a fishing rod. We can give them eggs. We can give them snowballs. None of these things really do anything interesting, I think. Or nothing worth adding to the game. Also, this is more stuff that the players need to, that you have to keep the game stocked with all this stuff. I kind of like the fact that at the moment we just need wind charges. That's kind of sweet. It might just be correct that we give everybody wind charges too, That also just might be correct. We can make cobwebs, but this is something that you have to clean up afterwards, right? You got to clean this up afterwards. It's kind of annoying. Ender pearls? Oh, that's very interesting suggestion. I hadn't even thought about that. What if we get... Dudes, what if we give the midfielder ender pearls? So the attacker is a puncher. The goalie is the puffer. And the quarterback can ender pearl, right? chorus fruit, also interesting.
Proud Looney cheered X1000. Hey Ren, are you excited for the Olympics?
Lunas, thank you very much for the TTS and the 1,000 biddies. Appreciate you, my friend. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. I've been so hard in the YouTube and Twitch grind that I have not... I didn't even know the Olympics was happening until, like, this morning when I saw on the news that something was wrong in France with the trains or something. I knew the Olympics was coming. I literally didn't know it started today, though. So, am I excited for the Olympics? I guess. I mean, Olympics is pretty cool, but the trouble is many hours of watching to be done, and I need to be working, you know. So, I'll definitely watch some of the stuff, though. One of the things I love the most in the Olympics is the acrobatics. You know, the gymnastics. I just love it. I think the people are so unbelievably talented, man. It is incredible. The danger that they put themselves into for some of those insane gymnastics things, it's incredible to watch. And I also love watching the diving. I also love watching the field athletics, like the javelin, the triple jump, the high jump, the shot put, the discus. I love watching that too. Okay. I don't know if these are the blocks that we go with. This is just, you know, in the creative world right now. We're just testing. So this is good, right? So let's see. What happens if we scoot the ball too far up the wall? It'll go out there, and then it'll slowly come back again. Do we want the players to be able to go into this, maybe? I think maybe we do, right? Because it's kind of like an obstacle that'll slow the players down. Maybe this wall needs to go back a couple blocks. Yeah, I don't think I like the wall, actually. Anyway, what other things can we potentially give the players, guys? Let's do some brainstorming here. Chorus fruit is interesting. I like the idea of ender pearls. I don't like the idea of endermites, though, spawning on the field, right? That's kind of annoying. But maybe the referee can take care of that, right? Endermites will make it kind of annoying. I don't want anything that requires a lot of setup. Potions and stuff is a really cool idea, but now we got to brew potions. We got to bring the potions to the arena. We got to stock the potions into the chests that hold the potions, and potions don't stack, right? Like, let's just cut out potions completely. No potions. Too much effort for your average player to make. Chorus fruit might teleport them out the game. This is also true. Also, what does this do for you, though? I guess this just, like, randomizes your position, right? It also takes really long to eat them. Yeah, it takes really long to eat the chorus fruit. It's interesting, though. Xisuma's interested in Dillow Ball and has breeze charges. Well, we could go, but we don't have a thing yet, though. I haven't made an arena or anything yet. So I'm not entirely sure what we could do there. I just want to brainstorm before I go and play. We haven't, like, even worked out the proper rules of the game yet. Pistons on the floor with slime boosters. Like you said, all you need is a ball and 2 goals. True. We could head over to the Hermitcraft server and do some testing with Xisuma. Yeah, Mossy Mug. That's what I'm thinking, right? We keep it real simple. Real simple. Speaking of simple, this inventory is an absolute disaster. Oh, goodness gracious. Oh, Joe, that's true. Joe's area does have an absolute insane amount of ice. Very, very true. Let's see if we can find the X. The X to the Z. We could go test out some Dillow Ball over at Joe's. That could be pretty sweet. All right, sweet. Let's see what we can do here, friends. We've got some hermits that want to test out some Dillow Ball action. Very, very nice. Tell you what, while we wait for Xisuma to return from his travels, friends, just going to run a very quick 3-minute ad break. I'd like to go and refill my my cup of tea. And I would recommend you do the same. Take an opportunity to go and stretch your legs or jump over to Xisuma stream or whatever you want to do. I'd appreciate it if you did stick through the ad, though. That helps me pay the bills around here. So we'll see you in 3 minutes.
I saw that you were coming up with a minigame idea, and I always love, you know, bouncing around ideas and stuff. And I thought I'd swing by, and then my chat was like, "Oh no, he's in a creative world."
Yeah, I think I've come up with a really, really good idea.
Awesome, awesome.
Football in Minecraft using armadillos as a ball. That's
interesting.
That's the plan.
Have you learned then that it's sprinting that makes them curl up into a ball?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was watching a bit of your video. And, it wasn't clear if you'd learned that yet.
No, I knew there was something that triggered it. I just hadn't figured it out yet. We are going to need. Okay. So here's the thing, right? I want to make football in Minecraft using Armadillo as a ball. Influenced by football itself. Now, the reason football is the world's #1 game is because all you need is a field and a ball, right?
Yeah.
That's it. I don't
for goalposts.
I don't want fancy business. I don't want potions. I don't want any of that jazz.
Oh, okay.
I want every server on this planet to be able to play Dillow Ball, to be able to just set up an arena and play. Nothing fancy. Goals, balls, go.
Got ya.
So that's the plan. That's the plan. So I've just been experimenting with some interesting mechanics and stuff on the creative world. Wind charges are really interesting because they don't do any damage to the Dillo when it's in a ball state, and they disrupt the player's positioning and stuff. It's kind of like strategic, you know. It has like strategic vibes to it, which is pretty cool. We're gonna have to get these bad boys over to ice though. So
we bring the ice here. You said you wanted it to be simple, right? So you could just throw down a little ice field somewhere, right?
Joe has offered a bunch of ice for us, which is very generous of him too. If we want a bunch of ice,
I got a little bit here, and I got some in my storage probably. How big are you thinking though for this like field?
Well, on my test order, I think I've got the perfect size, which is, I believe, 60 by 30.
Wow. Okay. Yeah,
but
you probably want to go to like a biome for that.
We could do like a mini version, right? We don't have to do a huge version like that.
That's true.
There might be enough space back here, actually. Yeah, you know what, dude? I think this is a good spot to practice or to do some experimenting. Like behind this building over here. We just got to clean up some of this redstone and whatnot.
Do you know what's funny? Like, I'm not going to stress you out. I'll put up with it. But your game sound is coming through on Discord, right? But it's like semi-garbled. It's really weird. It sounds super low-tech.
Man, I don't know if I want to do this, dude. This is stressing me out.
No. Like I said, don't let it stress you out. It's almost comical. But, like, I was listening to it, and then I was like, why does it sound like it's in a microphone that's been shoved in a water tank? Like, it just sounds so garbled.
Yeah.
Oh, Discord is trying to filter it. Yeah, it's optimized for voices, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it stressed me out because I wanted to use the stream to like showcase this idea, and now the footage is just terrible. So I have to figure something else out. I just hate this so much, dude. It just makes me so angry, and I don't know what to do about it. Yeah.
It might be worth just getting a different setup. Like I said,
Dude, I've changed my setup so many times. Like,
Yeah.
I don't even want to talk about this. It makes me angry. Let's talk about Dillow Ball.
Okay, go. Yeah,
Let's talk about Dillow Ball. Let's try some things here. Okay, so here's some of the interesting things that I've been experimenting with, right? The armadillos in ball mode take 0 damage when punched.
Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Yeah.
So you can punch them around, aka kick them with punches, right?
So this is like
We're going to need way more ice in this. Should we go get some ice from Joe?
egg-shaped- Yeah, let's go grab that. You know American egg-shaped handball? This is going to be like football, but with your hands, you know?
Yeah, and wind charges.
And wind charges.
The only thing
Windy handball, you know?
windy handball, yeah.
They said there's no ball, so windy handillo? That just sounds dodgy.
That sounds mega dodge, dude.
Okay, let's stick with football.
I've already got a couple of interesting position names. I want to call the attacker either the puncher or the scooter.
Ooh, the scooter's good. Yeah, because of the scoot.
The defender, the puffer, because the defender's going to get the wind charge.
Nice.
And
oh, interesting.
I'm thinking about giving the quarterback or the midfielder ender pearls, and I'm trying to figure out. I was trying to brainstorm with my chat, so that's what we were doing.
Interesting.
Okay, 258 minus 2,000. 258. Oh my god, this.
Oh, we're gonna drop on top of it. No, we're not.
The water is so dramatic, dude. My goodness. Good lord.
Yeah, this is bonkers. Somewhere here? 2000s?
Hey Joe, what's
250?
up, dude?
Ah, there we go.
Wow, dude, the water is just...
Hey, Joe.
That is insanity. Okay, this is normal ice. Packed ice or blue ice is what we ideally want, but this ice is gonna melt, right?
Yeah, you can craft it into packed ice. I'm assuming that's what
Yeah.
Joe's gonna let us do.
Yep.
What's up with the furnaces? Like, can you? No, these are just stored where he smelts glass. I was like, can you smelt ice? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Ice doesn't smelt in this game.
I mean, logically as well. Like,
Oh wait,
that about?
Joe's gone somewhere. I mean, we can just harvest these pillars, right? I suppose.
you know, I was gonna do that one time, and then Joe said to me that
Don't touch them.
yeah. So
Okay, let's go north. Apparently,
okay,
leave the okay. Pillars have been left.
there you go. There you go.
We shall not touch the pillars. The Joe is.
Are we going north?
We are going north.
This is north.
This
yeah.
is north. How far north? 358. Okay. So this direction.
Oh,
here
yeah,
we go.
there's
Okay,
a farm
sweet.
here.
Awesome, thank you, Joe. Here.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
There
All
we
right,
go.
I got a healthy amount of stack. I got like 6 stacks here.
Okay, nice. Yeah, that should be enough. Thank you, Joe. Legend. Legend Arena. All right, let's find the portal again, shall we? I think it's back toward the giant
It's somewhere.
floating ocean.
Yeah, I hope Joe is okay with this. Like this right here. If this were me, I think I would have just rolled back the server.
You can clean it up with a flying machine, right?
Oh my god, it's turning to ice up here as well. What the heck? Oh yeah, you probably but like
Yeah.
I don't know how to build that.
I mean, a 10-minute YouTube tutorial will teach you, you know?
I don't know. I ain't got a team of redstone showing me how to do this stuff. Where was that portal?
Okay.
Oh, there's one. I'll take that one.
Yeah, back to the neighborhood portal. And let's go build our very first Dillow Ball arena.
Oh, someone in my chat said Scootball, which I thought was quite a
That
good
might
name
be
for it
better.
as well.
I haven't settled on the name yet. Scootball might be better, actually.
It's nice. Got a
It
good
just has a
ring to it.
nice ring to it. Like Dillow Ball's kind of awkward, you know, to say. It's kind of
Yeah.
like a weird thing. Yeah, I kind of like Scootball actually. Reminds me of Scooter, dude.
Scooter.
Remember Scooter Rave from the 90s?
Like I do, but like my brain remembers the name, but I can't connect it to anything. Scooter Ray.
Scooter Rave. The DJ, Scooter.
Oh no, okay, I'm thinking of something different. I think
Okay.
there's another '90s scooter out there. Wasn't Scooter also like a brand for? Dude, what are those little? I hate myself so much, man. There's so many like common words for thing. I don't know, like a wheel, and it's like, what are those things on a bike again? Oh man, they're like circular, you know. It's like that.
Yep.
Used to get little. I think they're literally called scooters, right? That's probably what's confusing me.
I mean, I think they're
You
probably
know-
still called scooters, X.
Yeah, yeah. That's. I remember them being popular in the '90s.
I had a scooter. It was awesome.
I had one too, actually. Yeah.
Scootball. Kind of like
I remember
Scootball,
trying
guys.
to do. I remember trying to do like a flip trick and like slamming it into my ankle, which was very painful.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good.
This
Okay.
This
Yeah, this is about right. This is about right. Okay, nice, dude. Nice. Right, goals are required. 1 second. Let me go get some white concrete here.
Do you think we're gonna want like fence posts around the outside of this?
Probably for testing purposes.
In the real game as well, right? Like or
No,
do you have
no.
No.
No. There's. In my next episode, I'm going to go through the science. X, you're going to have to wait for my next episode, dude. I've figured out a bunch of stuff today, and it's going to be awesome. So basically, if you have like solid walls like this, the ball gets stuck up against the wall.
Ah, okay, yeah.
So I found a way to use water to make sure that the ball is always in the court.
Oh, so you're gonna have like flowing water on the edge or something?
Yeah, that sort of flows over one block, and
Interesting.
pushes the ball back into the stadium. It's all coming, dude. Next episode, I'm gonna try to do it on Sunday. I'm extremely inspired by this.
Got
You know,
it.
like sometimes you have an idea and you realize, like, okay, this could actually be really big, and this could be
Yeah,
something that
totally.
the whole Minecraft world will want to try. Like, maybe I'm overthinking it, but I'm thinking like this might be one of those ideas if I get this right.
Yeah. Well, your goal of simplicity will definitely help it reach further.
Right. Speaking of simplicity, we need a ball.
Okay, so we need leads.
I got a lead.
Dude, by the way, I roamed through here the other day, and it was just so cool to discover the armadillos here.
The infestation, the space rats, bro. They're all over
It
the
was-
place.
Space rats!
Yeah.
It was just like, yes, this makes 110% sense, you know?
And they're pooping
Wait,
everywhere,
we
dude.
only need one, right? We only need
You only need one
in
ball,
this
man.
game.
You need one ball. How many? You
I
only
was
need one ball to play
thinking,
football.
In my head, there was like going to be multiple of them for some reason.
Okay,
Yeah.
have you got wind charges?
I can go grab some.
Yeah, let's do some wind charge testing. So, unfortunately, for the optimal Scootball experience, we need like a regen. We need a beacon with regen and speed 2
Who's the regen for?
for the players.
Okay, yeah, it doesn't affect.
You probably don't need regen, I guess, but you'll be hitting each other every now and then, right, with the wind charges. So I want regen to recharge the players. I want speed to increase the intensity of the game, and jump boost 2 is also important because.
Well, you know that accessibility idea that you had.
Yep.
You know, food regenerates your health because a lot of players struggle to get beacons, don't they? You know, you got to fight the. Wither
Yeah,
and
that's a
all
good point. That's a good point. Beacons is not great. I don't think the beacons are like necessary. It's just the optimal version of Scootball, you know?
So if I throw this wind charge at it,
Hit
can I
it.
do that?
Hit it.
But does it have to be like this when I
Go for it, dude.
throw it?
Try get the ball. Go for it. Try get the ball past me.
Will it take damage? No, it takes damage, right?
Only if it's out of its shell.
Well, it looks like it's taking damage.
It doesn't.
Oh wow.
I've
Okay.
got mob info on Minihud. You can see. Doesn't take damage.
Oh, okay, okay. That's good. That's good.
It will take damage sometimes, but okay, dude. Sorry, I've been brainstorming this for 2 hours, so I'm like way ahead of you with everything.
Got
So
you.
let me explain.
that's
Let me
cool.
explain the game to you. Okay, so it's 3 aside
Yeah.
to start with. It's either 3 aside or 5 aside, but we're going to do 3 aside. One of the 3 is the defender, and there will be a boundary, just like in soccer, that the defender cannot leave. Okay.
Oh.
So, for
that's a good
example,
idea.
did you bring some of the normal ice, like the? Oh, that's gonna melt though.
I didn't. I guess you want blue
Uh,
ice now. Let me make some blue ice for you.
Yeah. So, as the defender, the puffer, if you will, you can't leave your box, but you get wind charges.
Ooh.
So the goalie's got wind charges. So the goalie can interact with the field from a distance. The attackers, at the moment, the rules are the attackers can only punch. And the attackers will punch the ball. Or try and punch the ball anyway.
The ice is here because we want the skidding effect to move the armadillo around further,
Exactly.
isn't it? Yeah.
Exactly. So as the goalie, you can't leave your box, but you do get the wind charges. And as the attacker, you get to punch the ball like this.
Nice. Okay.
So those are the rules of the game. Now, because the armadillo will eventually die in a game, there is a rule that says whichever team kills the armadillo gets minus a goal. And those are the goals of the game. So you score a goal to get 1 point, like that. But if you kill the ball, it's minus a point.
Now, when does it take damage then in a game?
When it's out of its thing.
Right. Okay. And yeah.
And also it'll
Makes
take
sense.
0.2 damage if I crit strike it with a punch.
That's the other thing. You want to eliminate jumping, yeah. And players are pretty like just got that reflex to jump when you run, especially when you're sprinting.
Yeah, I think it's fine though if it dies. I kind of like the fact that it can die, because
Dude, that's just brutal.
it's minus a goal, right? Like it's minus 1 point if it dies. So
True.
it just adds every now and then there'll be a little twist in the game, you know, like a team might be winning 1-0 or whatever, and then the thing dies, and then it's minus a goal. Okay.
So I have an idea, by the way.
Okay.
But I'm just looking it up on the wiki. Yeah, okay, so like if you have an undead mob nearby, it'll also cause it to go into its shell. It might be that like putting a zombie in a boat underneath the arena, I know that's like more complicated, but it might permanently keep them in their shell.
I mean, for Hermitcraft, we could do that, right? We could make the arena like the ultimate arena on the server, but for your average arena, you know, you don't need, like your average server doesn't have to have all the fancy stuff.
That's true, yeah.
How do I turn this rain off?
Looking to see if it can be fed as well. Like, can you feed it something and get its health back up? But I don't think it does have that. You have spiders for breeding. That's kind of it. Yeah, so they peek out of their shell to see if a threat is still near. So if you keep a threat nearby, it should, in theory, stay in its shell. Now, but you said you could still do damage to it if you critted it, right?
Why are you trying to stop it taking damage?
I'm just thinking, like, okay, so one dies, then you got to go get another one, but then you got to breed them up and keep a bunch on the side. I know it's like, it's really not that bad either way you cut it, but I think just playing a game with a ball that dies on occasion is a bit odd.
True.
Because like one team could hit it, you could even intentionally hit it a whole bunch of times, right?
Yep.
Keep track. I've critted it 10 times. The next crit will, you know, that'll be it.
Well,
And
even
then the other team hits it and they lose a point.
even with it in its shell, it will take crit damage. So eventually it will die. But maybe what you could do is you could the ref or one of the players could spider eye it after every goal, right? I think the players.
Spider eyes heal it, do they?
I mean, I'm assuming it does, like
I
like
read
other
that it
things.
breeds them, but I'm not sure that it puts their health back up.
Have you got any spider eye? Shall we test?
Should have some.
This
somewhere.
little fella's on 7 HP right now.
Okay, so if I go feed him a spider eye, I'm pretty sure it's just going to put it in love mode. Might have to wait for him to come out the shell. Oh, they're so cute.
Boop. They are awesome.
Any health?
Okay, that did not heal the ball. Interesting. Yeah. Interesting. That's so weird. This is the only mob that can you heal all other mobs except this one?
No. Like sheep, you can't heal sheep. You can heal dogs, but not all of them do that.
Splash potion healing, then I guess is the only way to do it, right?
Oh well, I got a suggestion in chat, but
yeah,
it sounds like it might be mega complicated because I have no idea what they're saying. But
right.
You know how some people just suggest like, oh, just mine all the blocks in the end dimension. That'll do it. And then you're like, dude, do you know how long that takes? It's like it feels like one of those suggestions.
Right.
So splash potions of healing are obvious, but there's that you'd like to have something a little more passive.
Yeah.
Yeah. So keeping some healing potions on hand is okay, but you want to know when it's getting low on health, which for the average player they're not really going to know, are they?
I think the ball dying eventually is really cool, personally.
You just got to stop people critting it, right? Like do you know how many crits you've landed on this thing?
I have no idea, but it's on 5 HP right now.
Because you jump every time you hit.
Yeah, that's why
Like,
I implemented jump boost 2 on the test version.
Why add what? So it becomes really obvious, or so it's a negative. Like you go all the way up in the air and you don't want to.
So exactly, like if you're constantly jumping with jump boost 2, the other players can just not jump and just get so far ahead of you, right? They can just outrun you.
This is unfortunately not a solution. I think it's not a solution, but like I can still jump and crit, I believe, but this might make it harder to. Oh, okay, I did it first time. Huh. Oh, wait. I don't think you can ever stop the player jumping, right? But this is our best shot. This won't stop the effect of the ice underneath it. I could still jump. Ah!
I think that would be a horrible experience, though, having a roof above you like this.
Yeah, not seeing the sky would feel odd, wouldn't it?
I honestly think it's a great thing that the ball dies.
Okay.
I think it adds like a twist to the game. Breeding armadillos is not hard. You just make a little pen next to the football field, and you just feed them some spider eyes every time you come around. Like it's not a big deal, you know.
If you look at how high it jumps up when you hit it, can it like see if you can score like that?
I found a way to.
Here, look, I'll come to you.
If you give me some wind charges.
Here, have a shot. Does it go through? Oh no, not like that. Ah, okay, it can block it. Like there's a suggestion in my chat that you could have a drop hole behind the goal and have some sort of like system to bring them back to the middle again.
Oh, that's clever.
I don't know if you'd want that.
They could get splash regen on the way back too, you know?
Yeah,
that's clever.
Yeah, that's cool.
Like all of that is doable, and we probably will do that on the Hermitcraft server to just make the most epic arena ever, right?
But you want to build it on top of that very universal. Yeah.
But right now, I'm just trying to get the basic game first. Like this is all super fancy stuff. I haven't even worked out the rules of the game yet, right?
Yeah.
So I think we're getting a little bit ahead of ourselves with the fanciness. At the moment, I really like the fact that the ball dies. I think it adds a twist to an interesting twist to the game. It makes it Minecrafty too, which is cool. What I want to do is try and get. I want you to be the defender.
Wait. The goalie can has wind charges, right? But I can shoot from a long way out.
Yeah, that's exactly the point.
You too. Interesting.
Yep. Okay, so. You as the goalie with the wind charges, I want to see how difficult it is to get past you with wind charges. Okay,
got it.
Oh, I keep falling off the stupid thing. Yeah, my creative version is so much better. It's got walls and everything. Okay, here we go. I'm going to try to get past you. Wow, okay, it's really hard.
They're OP.
It's really, really hard. Goodness. I guess like with other players though, they will be, the other goalie might be trying to wind charge you, you know?
Yeah, I think they're going to add a fair bit of chaos in. The other thing is like if I'm just in this area waiting for the armadillo to come near, then I'm like a stopper.
Yeah.
Dude, I think what you want to do is you want to build the arena on here and then get a group to play it, and you'll probably like figure out what to do and change.
I mean,
like,
that's
we've already learned that wind charges are probably going to be really powerful, right?
that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Yeah.
That's exactly the plan. Okay, let's try again.
Oh.
Oh, I mean, that was close. I got a little bit closer there. Like with another player, I could pass the ball to the other player, you know? To like,
Yeah.
there might be, I mean, there will be some skill involved in this, you know? Oh, it's kind of awesome though, dude. I'm digging this. Oh, if I get behind it as you wind charm it, it kind of like
there might be strats.
there's there. If I hit it as you hit it, I seem to get the priority. There, do you see that? I got the priority.
Yeah, no,
I'm
no,
getting
no,
the
you got
priority
it.
there, dude.
Ah.
Oh my goodness, it's not as bad as we think though. It's just because we suck. Oh, I suck. Dude, this is a thing.
Yeah, no, it does actually kind of work. Yeah.
Can you give me some wind charges? Let's see how chaotic it is if we both wind charge.
Well, I was going to suggest we both punch for a moment. Like, if you get behind it, start coming towards me.
Okay. This ball's on 4 HP. Okay, here we go.
No jump, no jump.
Ooh.
Whew.
This is awesome, dude.
I feel like we should put in those water walls. I think that'd be quite interesting.
I want to do it in my episode. I don't want to do it now.
Oh, okay.
I want to do it for the episode. I want to make this a whole thing, dude. This is my thing for the season. This is my thing. I'm going to do something big. This is it. Ah! Oh, I messed it up. That should have been a goal. No.
Oh!
No!
I got one. I got one.
Nice,
Wow.
nice. Okay, 1-0. We should make a middle here, right? Like a
You need a kickoff spot.
yeah, we need like a kickoff spot. It would be best if there was like a ref with a
What?
lead that like reset the game, you know? What's happened?
It's a dirt block.
Okay, that's fine, that's fine.
Uh,
Okay, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready. Born ready. Go. Whoa,
Oh!
whoa, whoa, whoa.
We sidestepped there. That was beautiful. Ah,
Oh, oh!
nice!
Oh, sweet. Dude, this works. This works.
This actually works. I mean, the punching is... The wind charges might be too much. Interesting. The wind charges might be too much, you know?
If this is fun one-on-one, I think.
The wind
And then
charges
you
are
gotta
just so
try
cool,
2-on-2.
though. You know, they're so cool, dude. Like, with the wind charges, you can... I was finding a way to punch the ball and wind charge it and make it go over the top of you. I could make it go... See, that made it go through you there. Oh!
Wait, I gotta hold the wind charge, haven't I?
Yep. Oh, the wind charge changes the game completely, dude. Oh, and
Oh no!
with the wind charges, you now have punch and wind charges.
Oh.
You have two different skills to learn.
Getting in the way of another player is interesting. You just said the word skill, and I'm starting to get this feeling like maybe this is enough already. Like this is pretty amazing. Like
Yeah.
this water wall thing around the outside, maybe some sort of automatic resetting, but like this is already quite fun and interesting, and it feels like skill is influencing already.
Yeah,
right?
for sure.
Like a moment ago, I hate them. I hate them.
Sleep, dude.
They were like double loud.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
Honestly, Mojang, we had a mod on the server for like the last 3 months to get rid of phantoms, and It was amazing. It was a beautiful time.
I'm getting us a fresh ball, X. We we did some serious
RIP.
damage to that little ball, unfortunately. Bless him. Also, I'm trying to get away from the area so you don't hear the phantoms twice.
People are suggesting limited win charges per match. I think you're going to have to limit them naturally, aren't you?
Yeah, I think you can do it in a simple way. I think you can limit them to, say, my initial thoughts for win charge balance was a stack of win charges per goal, right?
Mm.
So when a goal is scored, you can reset your win charges. The actual field is much bigger than this, right? It's like it's not quite double the length of this, but it's probably another 20 blocks for the team. This is good for 1v1. Like this feels like a good 1v1 size, but for 3v3 we want like a bit more space, you know?
I see, yeah. And the bigger the field, it will probably prevent that kind of like everyone charging the ball, because if you've got a player hanging back, it's quite useful when they start charging down towards you. You get out and defend.
That's why I wanted to give the goalie, only give win charges to the goalie. But this little test was actually really fun. It's like I want the striker to have the, maybe everyone gets a stack of, why am I complicated? Why am I trying to make this complicated?
Sometimes you just need to make the playing field equal.
Yeah,
right?
everybody
Like
gets a stack of win charges
outside, but it's not there.
You know what's interesting though? That suggestion from your chat was kind of curious. It's like limited win charges per match is kind of interesting.
They're tactical.
They're tactical. Yeah, you can't just spam them, right? You got to think. You got to think a little bit. That's really.
Up?
You got to run. You got to sprint, right? Oh no, it's got him on a lead.
Yeah.
Got him on a lead. There we go.
I see. Thanks.
So maybe it's like,
Ah.
you know, the rule of 3. Like everybody loves 3, so the human brain loves 3 anyway. So it's 3 stacks of win charges per player per match. 3's feels like a lot, but it depends. Is it a timed thing? Is it best of 3? You know, like there's a lot of factors that can come into play. Like I think like best of 3 is probably how we play the game.
Yeah. Or maybe like, let's say, I mean, you can cut this thing so many ways, right? But I think you're on the right track of just like build the arena and start playing, and you'll have fun. You'll create like great content. There'll be a game there already, and then just refine it with time, and maybe you discover like what the edges need to be. Because one could be when you concede a goal, you could be given win charges. So it's like a little bit of a boost to help you back.
Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, like a comeback mechanic. Like if you lose a goal, you get some win charges. That's
also,
interesting.
Win charges are farmable, but like I don't know. It's because those things reset every 30 minutes, so it's going to be like you have to build like a walk around farm and go in and out of portals and stuff to visit different blaze farms.
You'd have to have like Scootball teams on servers that go and replenish the win charges and whatnot, you know?
Exactly, yeah.
That's okay, though.
Maybe you know, the idea of keeping it simple, maybe all you need is the punch, right?
I think in its simplest form, you can just play with punch, right? You know, like how kids will just play with bins in the street, you know? Like as the goals. Like that would be the simplest version of Scootball, just punching.
Exactly.
But, you know, if you can afford the football or whatever, or you get a football for Christmas or whatever, you know, then you can play the next level, which includes win charges. I actually kind of like the idea of just win charges. Everybody gets a set of win charges. I like, and then in that case, it's more like Rocket League, where the goalie isn't confined to the back. The goalie can also push forward. You know, there's no rules, there's no movement rules for the players. The first thought that I had was to give the goalie some sort of an advantage, but keep him in the box, right? So the first thing I thought of was the fishing rod, but I think the fishing rod would be ineffective as a goalie. You can't really use it defensively.
Because you're going to pull it towards you,
exactly,
and you got to hook it, and it's slow.
Yep. Snowballs don't, like snowballs are fine. They also push the ball.
Oh, do
But
they push it?
they do, yeah. Yeah, snowballs are also really cool, but the problem with snowballs is the stack of 16, right?
Do you have to break it with fortune, or do you just break a snow? No, how do you get snowballs back?
Shovels?
Yeah, maybe you have to use the correct tool. That might be it.
Yes, the snowball is pretty cool also. But what I like about the wind charge is that it impacts the player, right? Like it's a way
Yeah.
to tackle, right? It's a tackle, which is cool. See, the
Do you know
snowballs
what?
are pretty cool.
The thing with snowballs is they actually do no damage, regardless of if it's in its shell or not, right?
Yep.
And you can't crit if you're right-clicking with a snowball, and it kind of looks like it's similar to just punching it.
I also think that you can hit the ball more than once with the snowball, whereas it's harder to hit it more than once with your fist.
You can spam it, yeah.
You could probably get like which is a skill thing, right? That might be like a skill shot thing that makes the scoot like really fly fast. I don't know. There's just so many different things, that.
I honestly feel like snowballs are kind of interesting because they eliminate the need to punch and accidentally hurt it. The thing is just keeping that stack full.
Yeah,
so
why can't we get 64 in a stack?
theory,
It's so annoying.
In theory, you could actually litter the entire floor with loads of snowballs, right? While you're playing, and like nothing's going to pick them up unless you've got like a free inventory slot for it.
Yeah.
There's so many ways you can cut this game. It's fascinating.
I think like the only idea that kind of makes sense to me with the snowballs is that one of the positions just gets snowballs. Because I feel like the snowballs, we haven't even like opened that can yet. And I think the snowballs might have utility over the wind charges that we don't even realize. The wind charges are like kind of hard to control from a distance and stuff, where the snowballs are like much more accurate. So that already gives them like an interesting advantage.
I'm really getting this feeling like maybe it doesn't matter too much. Like it's just as long as the playing field's even, this kind of works, right? The only thing with the snowballs is just that you'll prevent the armadillo from taking damage.
Yeah. I think like the armadillo taking damage is a really good part of the game, though. Personally,
I don't like it, but like,
why? Can you express why you don't like it?
Because it can be like, it can be gamified. Like you said, the team that, well, if the team that kills it loses a point or not, you can influence the course of the game. So like a strategy to kill the ball comes into play, right?
Right.
And that to me adds like an element that feels a bit more like annoying. Like it's like you don't go into a game of football with your mates and think about like blowing up the ball. You know?
That's
So
a very valid point.
It feels like something that players that want to be cheeky might do.
There's a much easier way to solve this, though, right?
What's that?
There's just no penalty for killing the ball. Just get another ball.
But it's still, you could still like get itself down and then, oh no, they're about to score, try and land some crits on it. It's not as bad, but do you see what I mean? Definitely don't put.
I mean, that's red card though, right? Like in football, you can cheat too. Like you're never going to stop cheaters trying to cheat, right? Like there will always be an exploit.
If there is any penalty for that thing dying, it can be gamed because
yes, I agree.
One player can get its health down and then let someone else kill it. So I think no penalty, right?
I think no penalty, and I think that is a cleaner. Like having a stockpile of armadillos next to your field is way easier than having a rule about snowballs and wind charges and different things. And I think it's a much cleaner solution. I mean, footballs pop in real life too, right?
That's true, they do, and no one gets sent off for it.
Yeah, like you don't lose a goal if you pop the ball. You know what I mean? I just thought it added like an interesting bit of RNG into the experience, but I definitely have listened to your feedback, and I think you're right. I think that people will, if there is an exploit to be had, people will abuse it, right? And that's how you like.
Yeah.
That's friendships could be ruined over Scootball, dude. You know what I mean? We don't want that to happen.
You know, the griefing of a Minecraft server. Where did it begin? Scootball. That's why I blew up your base, man. You cheated in Scootball.
You know what though? This name is starting to stick in my brain. I think I really like Scootball.
Yeah, it's perfect.
Is it Scootball though? Like SCUTE?
The phantoms are gonna come again. I'm getting post-traumatic stress from the night. Like the arena started to fade, and I was like, "Oh, I remember what happened last time."
Is it Scootball SCUTE or is it SCOOT?
If you spell it UTE, I think it's not as fun as calling it Scoot with double O.
Yeah, me too,
it
right?
It feels like Scoot looks a bit more like football, double O again, and
true.
A bit more fun, but like you know what the pun is because they drop scoots.
And we're scooting this thing across the field, right? So like,
yeah.
There's the pun. Yeah, so it's Scootball double O.
Loot and scoot. Loot and scoot.
I'm seeing Scootball double O in chat. It looks really good. It looks really good. Ah! Dude, look at the height you got on that, bro. That was insane. You curled that sucker.
Dropped off the side. Yeah, what about like hang on, slow down. Like just run and hit it. I'm in the spot. You run and hit it. Right at me. Straight line.
Oh.
I was trying to like hit it mid-air or something.
Okay, let's try again. Try hit it mid-air.
Dude, when Mojang added this feature, they were not thinking about this level of animal abuse. Oh, and it just dropped a scoot. That's a bonus point.
Do you think they might nerf this because of Scootball?
we should write like a letter, an anonymous letter, just like, how dare you introduce such horrible violence to Minecraft? My kids are punching armadillos all day. We have a pet armadillo, and I'm scared for his life.
This is just amazing, dude. Like the moment that I realized that for the first time in Minecraft, we've got a ball that's an entity, you know? That
totally.
a light just went on above my head, like in The Sims, you know, just like I was like, oh my goodness, this can actually work.
Isn't that called something in The Sims? That it's got a name, that thing.
Idea, or epiphany or something, right?
No, it's not like a feeling word or like a language word. Like I think it literally is called something.
Right.
Like the indicator has a name. Plumbob says Sly Princess. That does sound like
Plumbob.
Familiar. Yeah, maybe it's called a Plumbob.
But it's so funny, dude. Like, it's amazing how these things happen. You know, like I needed somebody to I needed someone to make a bit of footage with. And Joel was on the server, so I just went over and said, dude, you want to come see my armadillos? And he was like, yeah, I haven't seen them yet. Came over, saw the armadillos, and then just spontaneously we were like, let's play football with them.
And it turns out
it's going to be awesome, dude.
It's going to be Scootball.
This is Rocket League, man. This is going to be so sick. People are going to work out the physics in this game to make this ball do crazy stuff. I can see it coming. These armadillos are going to be flying all over the show. Someone's going to figure out like how to make this thing go cruising.
Speaking of which, let's get it over here on the edge, right?
Yeah.
Right, and then I'm gonna sprint and stuff to keep it there. Now, oh dang it.
Okay, you go in the hole. I'll push it over the edge a little bit.
Yeah. Okay. So like, if I punch from here.
Hold on.
Just all right. Now back away.
Yep.
That didn't hit it up at all, really, did it?
Oh, you're thinking about if you hit it from below.
Yeah, does it do something different with the physics?
So the highest I've managed to make it go with the wind charge, and literally by punching it and then hitting the wind charge underneath the scoot, while it's still like halfway in the air like that. You see that? There's like, it gets a bit of air time.
Yeah.
I got it over the top of this goal.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Well, you know, you can do that in real football, so that counts.
Yeah, but that means you can hit this thing over the top of players' heads.
Dude, what about a penalty kick?
Oh, penalty kick would be sweet. It's got to be wind charges though, right?
Well, can I block it with my body? Like, if you just hit it straight at me, first of all.
Jeez, dude, this is an intense penalty kick though. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take a run up and everything, bro.
All right. your ball's
Oh,
moving.
that
Dude,
actually
it
bounced
totally
off you.
collided with me.
Yeah, it bounced off you.
So
Interesting.
I'm not sure if I can get my body in the way enough to stop it, but like, yeah, that's the thing. All
We
right,
need to
have
find a
kick,
good
have kick.
distance for penalty, though, that isn't like too insanely close,
Well,
you know?
you want it to be able to cross the line, and then it's
Yeah.
just got to be a case of like pick a corner. Oh,
There we go. I think
felt
you're going to
like
have
I
to
could've
punch
stopped
it.
that.
Yeah, you're going to have to punch it, I think, to stop
Oh,
it.
okay, okay. So hang on, what am I doing? like I can punch it to you. There we go.
Penalty kick, dude. What are the penalties in this game? Like,
Alright, that's it. That's it. Kick from there. Ready?
how do you get a penalty?
I don't know, but like let's try it.
Oh!
I saved it. VAR.
Nice.
VAR.
VAR.
You could add a tripwire, I guess, back here. Although the goalkeeper could set it off. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do some redstone eventually. But what's sweet about this game is you don't need all the redstone, right? It's just football. Like you're counting the goals. Like that's it. Okay, dude,
Yeah.
come take some penalties. I'll be the goalie. You take the penalties.
I guess what I'm getting at is like a way to solidify it. Like maybe if you put slime blocks back here, that could be like it gets stuck. Oh, honey blocks. How do I not have more honey blocks?
What?
Like, does it get yeah? Stick. See if it sticks on the honey.
Why? But why do this?
I don't know. I was just curious. I guess.
All right.
Like, it doesn't seem to have too much effect.
Yeah. It's fine, right? You just kick the ball back into the field like you do in football. The ball goes behind the goal. You just go fetch it and you play again.
I mean, that's more immersive too. That's like you're on the field outside.
Yeah, for sure, man. I'm doing my
touching
best to
grass.
like add as little to this as possible.
Touch ice. Oh! Goal line clearance. Dang it.
It's
Okay,
really
let's
hard
try
to
again.
hit this thing midair. I don't even know if you can. Whoa!
Oh.
Damn, dude, being the goalie is pretty scary. Huh?
Hey! Oh, good.
Okay, yeah, penalties with wind charge. That's the way to do it for sure.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Okay, so
Yeah.
probably from further back. Like, yeah, that looks good. Okay,
that looks
so
good.
like, that's a pen. Wait, I pressed the wrong button. Oh, whatever, I'll take it from here. You saved it, I think.
We got to figure out penalties though. Like how do we dish out penalties?
Well, if you run out of time, penalty shootout.
Oh yeah, it'll be a penalty shootout. True. I don't know if there's like monitoring penalties means you need a ref, right? And the ref then has to make objective calls and all that, and that gets complicated. Penalty shootout is good though. Yeah, dude, penalty shootout is sweet if it's a draw. Yeah. I'm figuring though that like already I've got some strats here. Like as goalie, you can just spam punch so that you're more guaranteed to hit the ball. Yeah, that like definitely, dude.
That set me up.
How did you do that? Did you see how insanely fast you hit that thing?
I think I know how I did it.
Bro.
If you bring it back out here.
That was nuts. How did you do that?
I love this little creature. The way his feet move fast. That's what it was.
Yeah, that's
okay,
hilarious.
I'll try that again.
How did you hit it so fast, bro? That was insane.
That did not work. I added a little jump. Let's try again.
Oh,
yeah.
that's a power shot there, dude. That is a power shot. That's so good.
Yo, I got an idea.
Dude, people are going to break this game. People are going to break this game so hard.
Oh, no. Have you got some dispensers?
Is my redstone box in here? Oh, let me go have a look. Someone is going to bust this game in twain, dude. It's going to be disgusting.
I love it. Like, not only are there... I think you're so right about keeping it simple.
I don't have
Just
dispensers.
jumpers for goalposts. Throw down some ice. Throw down some goals. Whatever. Then you can play. But
Yep.
you can also... There's a few spots where we can add stuff. I think the... I'm very curious to see your water on the border, but I've got an idea how it works. Yeah, but I think like there's not going to be a crazy amount you need to do to like get this up to like Hermitcraft level. You know what I mean?
Yep,
like,
yep.
But I think like zombies in boats underneath the arena to keep it in its shell would be a cool little thing.
That's good. I love the idea of it being recycled through regen, you know? Like, it goes through the goal, falls into a water stream, observer sees it, dispenses regen, and then it pops out here, you know?
Yeah.
Boop, in the middle again. I think that's really cool. And then that's just like a natural way to reset the game. The teams have a couple seconds to go back to their positions, while the scoot's getting fixed.
If that were a water column, like a bubble one with the soul sand underneath,
yes, it would
that
shoot out.
shoots it back up.
Yeah,
although it might
dude.
take full damage, so you might need like a glass pane or something up here to stop it from taking full damage. But it should then be that like if the ball ever hits it again, it just sort of bobs back out the middle.
That's a great idea, man. I love that. That's like in hockey, right, where they throw the puck up in between the players.
Yeah. Another way to do it might be to drop a water blade and time the armadillo like falling onto the water blade so it doesn't take full damage.
That's a nice idea. Also, I think like I want to try.
Did you get the dispensers, by the way?
No, I don't have. My redstone box has disappeared.
Okay, I'm gonna go check mine.
I want to try and like distill the chaos a bit too, because you know it's just going to be, especially with 5v5, there's going to be players all over each other. So I want to kind of make it a little bit like football, where everybody has a certain position that they have to start the game on after a goal. So like the strikers have to stand on a block, right? That's a couple blocks away from the middle.
I think you want to make this work on a big field, right? And
Yeah.
you want to have players play positions. Again, you're gonna have to test it to figure it out, but my gut instinct is that you'll get a lot of players like chasing the ball, but maybe not. So if you've got a really big field and it turns out that spacing yourselves out works well for the game, then I think letting that happen naturally is a good thing. If it turns out that it doesn't, I think trying to force it is probably not the way to go. So
Yeah.
you might learn that, hey, actually we should limit it to teams of 2 or 3. Because
Yeah.
this right here is kind of cool, like having a goalkeeper that stays in their area. That's feels very close to the football game. So I think you can get away with that. But in terms of outfield players, I think if you start creating like a bunch of lines on the pitch, it's really just going to get a bit convoluted and stuff.
Well, I think it would be pretty simple like this, right? So just like this, also there would be a halfway line here, right? So after a goal, players must stand on a white square.
Yeah.
Like that's just a rule.
Like starting positions.
Yeah, you just go to your starting position, and then the scoot will shoot up the middle, and then as soon as the scoot is out the hole, you go. Trouble is,
again,
if you don't have the scoot start though, like
imagine that you don't have to tell players to do that, right?
yeah,
So after you start, like obviously you've got to be on your side of the pitch. So imagine like 5 players are standing here, and then the other team, they're actually spaced out, and it turns out that being spaced out is a lot better. You know, they get one shot off, but then you've got a guy back here who punches it over to the guy over there, and they go down the wing and they score a goal.
yeah.
Right? Like, if it turns out that lumping together and chasing the armadillo isn't the best strategy and that spacing out is better, then the game gives you everything you want already. If it's not, I think trying to add rules to shape the way the players play, it's just gonna, if it turns out everyone chasing the ball is the best way to do it, that's what's gonna happen eventually.
Yeah, maybe it's cleaner to just say that goal conceder, the team that concedes the goal starts with the scoot, right, on their side, and the other team's got to go behind the halfway line. So you can this team can go, they can stand wherever they want. But so say your team scores, right? You've scored a goal. Now you got to go back behind the halfway line, and we can and we start from here. So we bring the scoot to here, in front of the goal, and we start from here. Got to find like a clean way to restart the game, right?
Dude,
like,
see if you can push that guy over the carpet without hitting it.
Okay, what? Just like push it over.
Push.
Yeah, it can go over
Yeah,
carpet.
no, it slides over, so you can use carpets for lines.
That's
cool.
interesting. I think I'll just use different
Kinda
ice
looks
color.
Like it slows down a bit, actually. Do you want to hang on? Just unhook it a second. Oh yeah. Oh, we've already done that, haven't we? We've got blue ice.
Yeah.
Okay, did that earlier. Whatever.
I think that's like a nice clean way to restart though, because I think you do have an advantage being you definitely have an advantage being the attacker. And as long as the team stays behind the halfway line, because we need a clean way to restart after a goal, right? You can't just like there has to be a reset of some kind. On the server, we'll put together like a Hermitcraft reset where both teams go behind the line, behind the midway line, and the Scoot will shoot up the middle. By the way, like the name for this thing, COOT as the name for the ball, dude. Whoever came up with this name in your chat is a genius.
Totally. Such a good idea, right?
Yeah. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, I'm onto something here. This is going to be big.
Oh, it is. Should we see if we can wrangle up a couple other hermits to join us?
I kind of want to flesh the idea out a little bit more before I expose it to the world and someone else does it before me. If I'm just going to be completely honest with you.
You want to get your episode out there and put your like flag in the sand, right?
Yeah, precisely.
Got ya.
Precisely.
Well, is there anything more you want from me? Like you were mentioning using this footage. Are you using some of this footage?
I don't. I'll try it. I'll see if the audio is all right.
All right.
I'll let you know tomorrow. Like
I know what that feels like. Like you come up with something and you really want to get it out there. Just so you know, like, hey, I got a record that I did this.
Yeah, exactly. I might. I don't know if you're around on the weekend, but maybe I'd love to do this with you, but record it, right? Like we just do a little proper recording segment where we're testing it like this.
I would love to, but things are a little upside down for me at the moment. Like I'm constantly going to the hospital and.
Oh, dude, what the heck? Are you okay?
No, I'm fine. I'm fine. It's my my granddad's not too
well.
Bro, so
I'm so sorry, X.
My past week has just been, taking calls, traveling around, sorting things out, and he's been in and out of hospital, and it's just been.
That's rough, man.
Yeah, so I just don't know what's happening tomorrow, other than I got a meeting in the evening, so like when that's over, I'll probably be here. So I don't know, dude. Just like hit me up.
No stress,
I
bro.
might
No
just
stress.
Be like, nah, I'm not around at the moment.
No stress, bro. Absolutely no stress whatsoever. Like, and if you ever if you just want to talk and stuff, dude, like off camera or whatever, just give me a shout, eh?
I appreciate that, man. My man, appreciate it. I'm
good.
Rough, don't worry about me. Like I can deal with it. It's just, you just have to do a whole bunch of stuff, right? And hey, I was gonna sit down and play Minecraft. All that goes out the window. You're just on that other thing. So it's been a bit like that.
It's okay. But, these times in life, there's much more important things than work.
Yeah, totally.
So that's definitely where your attention should be,
Yeah, and it has been, man. Like I'm
good stuff.
At the moment, I'm kind of like one of the only ones around to look after him. So, I've been worried, but I've been seeing him every day and sorting out his needs and stuff. So
nice, dude. Nice. That's good.
Yeah, man. But like yesterday evening, I didn't say anything, but man, playing with you, Imp and Skiz, that was so good for me. Like
good.
Really took my mind off everything. We had such a blast.
That was a good time, eh?
I appreciate it.
It was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, we spoke briefly off camera a little bit about 7 days, and
I'm interested in that one.
I did start thinking about it. I played it quite a lot. I used to play it with Iskal and Stress quite a bit. It's a game it's a game that's really fun, but you got to set the server up right. So there's like I don't know how to explain this. There's like an ultra hardcore version, right, where it's super hard survival, really brutal.
Right, you don't want that.
And some people like that. I personally like that, right? But it's not. I don't think it's great. I don't think it's great. It's not a good show, right?
It's like some people play Minecraft hardcore mode, right?
Yeah,
we don't here.
Dude, this is way more insane. It's ridiculous. Like
yeah, I'm generally not into super hard games, right?
Yeah, exactly. But because the game's got like a huge modding community, and you can set the server up in a really satisfying way, right? You can make every single show like really fun for the audience. So I was thinking about like if I was I just did a hypothetical. If I was going to do a 7 day stream, it would be something like a weekly event where we set the server up so that every stream we fight a horde. Because that's how it works,
sounds
right?
cool.
Every 7 days, a horde attacks you.
Ah, I see.
So you have 7 days to like scavenge and find a plate like a gas station or an abandoned house and like
you have
fortify
7 days
it.
to die.
Yeah, and then every horde gets worse, right, and harder over
I
time.
love the sound of it. You know, a long time ago, I was really into zombie movies, and I played some of those first. Like, wasn't there like a Call of Duty game that had a zombie mode? And like Left 4 Dead was awesome.
Yeah, Left 4 Dead was
And
sweet.
then I just haven't touched anything like that for so long, and I love the theme of it, so I'm totally down to give it a go. Man.
Yeah, the game's cool, man. And then like you go out and scavenge different materials, and you build like defenses and machine gun turrets and spikes
Sounds
and
awesome.
traps and all sorts of stuff. And then you wait for the horde, right? And the horde comes, and if you prepared correctly, you survive. You cannot beat the game. The game will eventually kill you. But the goal is to just try and survive as long as possible. So like I would set it up so that every week we fight a horde, right? And we see how far we go.
That sounds awesome.
So you'd have to you have to choose like, okay, so the stream's 3 hours, so we have to speed up the days.
Got ya.
You know, so that it fits into 3 hours, etc. But yes, it's an awesome game, dude. It's so good.
I'm totally up for it.
All right, sweet, man, sweet. I'll do some research into setting up a server and whatnot. But I'm going to the States next month, so I've got like,
Oh wow.
I'm trying to backlog and stuff. So,
Got ya.
but you know what I've learned doing this this YouTube game, X? As I think this is a lesson you taught me that it took me a couple of years to like sink in. I remember during our Skyblock days when we were doing Sky Factory.
Oh, that's a ways back.
That's
man.
way
That's
back.
A ways back, yeah.
And I was like quite stressed at the time, and I was going through some stuff, and I was talking to you about it. And I think we were talking about doing that Sky Factory thing, and I said to you, I don't know if this is a good time for me to do this. And you said to me, Ren, there's never a good time for anything.
Yep, that's so true.
And those words stuck with me like all of these years. And as I've gotten older, these words have really started to like make sense to me, you know?
Yeah,
There's always something going
never
on.
Perfect timing. Yep.
There's always
something
something going on. So just do what you love, do what you want to do, and stop waiting for the perfect moment, because it never comes.
Yep. Life is one dang thing after another.
Is that an
And
Xisuma quote, or is that like a
No,
like?
I heard it somewhere and I loved it.
That is
Because it's just like you're always maintaining, right?
Yep.
You've always like personal maintenance, relationships, other things that you got to do, and you're always juggling all these different things, and then in between all of that, you're trying to do that other thing. And if you're thinking too much about the juggling stuff, that stuff tends to sort itself out.
Yeah.
You know, you're the bit in the middle though. That's the thing where there's never that perfect time, so you just got to go do it.
Yep.
So what's your thing right now, though? That isn't like, is it traveling? Because you got this opportunity to go to the States, but then in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, YouTube videos, right? Is it
Yeah.
like that? Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done the right thing.
I mean,
Take the
it's
opportunity. Go to the States.
yeah. I mean, it's easier said than done, right? Because also have to pay rent and things.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
There is that.
There's also like,
You know, hopefully it balances out though, like over a year. You know, like
yeah,
like, opportunities when you come, but then there's times when there isn't, right? And
yeah,
you know, like when the season started, there weren't like those opportunities for me, and so we spent like months on here grinding, just making video after video.
yep,
And then recently, like a bunch of little trips. I had a vacation in Portugal, and then a trip down
Nice,
to
dude.
Canterbury, and like they just popped up, and I just went, do you know what, I'm gonna go.
yep.
You know, it can wait. Like the video can wait another week.
Live a bit of life, eh?
Exactly. Exactly.
That's always like the thing that strikes me most when I interact with a normie, with a muggle.
A normie?
Yeah, with a muggle.
Are there any?
No, you know, like people that live in the real world and don't make YouTube videos for a living.
Oh, got you.
What always surprises me about the muggles is like how active they are. Like they do so much stuff. They see friends all the time.
Muggles.
They're like They socialize all the time. You know, they do all these awesome things. They travel. They do all these crazy awesome things. I'm like, damn.
Dude, if they're muggles, what are mugbloods? Or is it mugbloods?
I think we're the mudbloods, dude. We're the freaks, man.
Oh. Muggles. Oh, he said that. That's great. Oh.
Oh man. No offense, everybody. You guys are awesome. No,
dear.
like for real. Like I literally envy you because all I do is make YouTube videos and stream.
Dude, I'm the same though.
Yeah.
Like I'm the same. I'm really bad. Like this year I've been turning it around a bit more, but like, you know, friends say, "Oh, you want to do something?" And it's like the first thing that pops into my head is, "But I've got to finish that video." And it's like,
Yeah.
no, go do that thing. Oh.
Speaking of Harry Potter,
Yeah.
dude, like this game is so. Oops, sorry, man. That's probably blasting your ears.
Pace
No, you're
Cheers.
fine.
Sorry,
You're
let me
fine.
turn that off.
Dude.
Yes.
Harry
Anyway,
Potter.
am I holding you up? Sorry, bro. Do you need a dash?
Oh. No. Just Harry Potter.
Oh yeah, Harry Potter. This game like feels very Quidditch-like. I think, in some ways.
I think it feels like football.
Scootball.
Yeah, it's Scootball.
Maybe.
I mean, if we were on elytras flying around, then yeah, Quidditch.
Yeah, it's a little bit like Quidditch. Yeah, well, no, my original vision of giving each player like a different. One player gets snowballs, one player gets wind charges, one player gets
Right.
fishing rod. That felt a little bit more like Harry Potter. And then I named them. I'll give them names, right? So if you'd be a pusher if you had the if you were punching, and you'd be a
Yeah.
puffer if you had the wind charges. You know, like that was feeling a bit more Harry Potter.
I think the gift of your game here is like the name and the simplicity.
Yeah.
Because you don't need to lay out a crazy amount of rules or contraptions you need to build or special stuff. You give them the basics. Hey, you want the arena about this size? Build some goals like this. Put water around the edges. You know, show them what to do, and it's Scootball.
Dude, like we literally played a legitimate game of Scootball. Even you don't even need the water. The water is just like a fancy extra, right? It's like going to Wembley Arena and having the, you know, like the advertising things around the edges of the thing. Like if it gets stuck in the wall like this, you can get it out. You know?
Can
Like,
we?
well, let's try. I'm sure you can. You could definitely get it out with a wind charge. You could definitely get it out
Oh
with a
yeah,
wind
that
charge.
makes sense.
And you could probably get it up by just jumping up like this and hitting it this way. Yeah. Yeah, use a wind
guess-
charge. Oh, I've got
Now,
one wind
once
charge.
it's all
Let
the
me
way
try.
aligned, it seems. I think you might have to. Yeah, you have to nudge it and then hit it out.
Yeah, so it can actually. It's not the end of the world, right?
Dude, is there a statistic for how many times you punch an armadillo? I want that.
Now that is a sentence that I never thought I'd have to think about answering. Is there a statistic about how many times you've punched an armadillo? Quote Xisuma 2024.
Dude, someone's gonna watch the VOD and count now.
Scootball, dude.
You did it, Scootball.
Well, a little bit of you too. Without you, the name would never have happened.
Oh, that was someone in my chat, man. That person's a legend,
A living legend.
and we don't know their name.
I mean, to be fair, we'll probably just play one game of Scootball and then it'll never be played again. But a man can dream.
Oh, Ren. No. We can have many games of Scootball because open this chest, right? Like,
Are there armadillos in there?
no, but like we get you a scoot trophy.
Ooh. We definitely have to have a World Cup, dude. A Scoot Cup.
I'm getting on it right now. I'm literally going to
Scoot-
send that
Scoot
message
Cup,
right
dude.
now.
Scoot Cup 2024. You know, last year we did the Blue River Racing. We did the race.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, this season we do Scoot Cup.
Dude,
Hell yeah.
totally.
Bro, where are we going to stick the arena? This is another question that I need to answer also. Where we put in the arena.
I would encourage you to put it up in Zed's gaming area, right? Like we do want to build that up over the season, don't we?
I guess.
It's
It's just so far from everything. Like I want to put it right here because stadiums are like in the cities, you know?
Oh, yeah. Wait. In this space, this big space right next door.
Oh,
This is perfect.
this actually might be the perfect spot, and
Like-
I'll make it a Gigacorp arena. Like I'll make it the Gigadome. Someone in my chat
Dude, are you
recommended
gonna
the
build a
Gigadome.
stadium?
I don't know if I'll build it. Maybe someone will help
Do you
me
know
build
who
it.
loves stadiums and is obsessed with them?
Who?
Me. Literally.
Bro,
When I was a kid, I went to loads of football stadiums, and back then in the 90s, right? Do you know what 90s football stadiums were like?
No, I didn't.
All right. This is before all these like big dome circular arenas. They're like janky rundown things that have, been stitched together and patched together over many decades.
Mhm.
And they're just mishmashes of like, grounds squeezed in between terraces.
Yeah.
And I just developed this little obsession with them, and I got this book like for one of my birthdays that had pictures of all the football stadiums in the UK.
Mhm.
And like I just became obsessed with it, and I used to like draw my own pictures of stadiums. And then when I got older, like you could make them in 3D on the computer, and I built some in Minecraft and stuff as well.
Sweet.
I'm
dude.
your man.
Dude,
I'm your man.
someone in the chat mentioned or suggested the Gigadome. So it's a
That sounds
stadium. Imagine a stadium, a sci-fi kind of stadium, right? Like that matches the sort of sci-fi vibe.
I love this. Yeah,
But it's a like a football stadium with stands and everything,
I could do it. I could totally do it.
bro.
And I want to build one that's like really non-symmetrical, like that isn't just a boring circle. Like to do some interesting shape in it and stuff.
A little bit like my auto furnace building.
Dude, have you ever seen?
Which is just a
I've
giant
been
mess.
trying to think of like a famous football ground that's got the aesthetic. But have you ever seen like Highbury, where Arsenal used to play?
I'm not a football person. No, I don't know these things.
Oh, dang it!
Is that in Finsbury Park, like that one, or is?
It's near there, yeah. Like, they got the Emirates now, that big circular dome.
Yeah, the circle one. Yeah.
Yeah, I actually went to Highbury when I was a kid.
Oh, nice. Cool.
So the thing with the old Highbury is just like each side of the ground is totally different, and it was all built at different times, and they just look really quirky. They don't look like these big corporate dome buildings.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of stuff I love, man.
Sweet,
I
dude.
saw so many of that growing up, and they're all gone now. They've all just been replaced with these like soulless,
Yeah,
symmetrical
just
stands
metallic.
all around the side. Yep.
Giant
Yeah.
domes. Well, I'll tell you what, dude. I'm gonna solidify like the design, the game design, and the rules and everything, and then we can think about doing stadiums and whatnot. Got to get the setup episode out first, and then once that's out, then the project gets really nice and easy to like manage.
Got ya. Do you need more packed mud for the area if you're gonna build over there?
Probably, yeah.
Okay, because I got a mud farm
Oh,
now, like
nice.
an automatic one, and
Oh,
I
wow.
realized I could hook it up with some villagers and then automatically make the packed mud.
Wow, wait, how? That's sick.
Do you want to see?
Oh, it's auto crafting, obviously. Yeah.
Yeah,
Show
let's
me.
go
This
check it
sounds
out.
awesome.
I gotta tidy this up a bit. What have I taken out here?
Oh, I see what you're doing. They're farming like my redstone brain is like trying to compute how this might work.
Oh, have a guess. Have a wild guess before we
Okay.
get over there.
So you've got like a farmer setup that's harvesting wheat.
That's the bit I haven't done. I've got the mud bit done, but not the packed mud.
Oh,
It's
right.
the mud that's automatic.
Oh, well, the mud's easy, right? Because I mean, this building makes mud.
Without a player.
Oh,
Follow me.
without a player?
Without a player. Yeah.
What the heck? Okay. I have no idea. Absolutely. You said villagers. What?
The village is the bit I'm thinking of adding. Let me turn it on.
I'm out of rockets.
Oh, I need to get off the track. You want to go out the... Have you got free cam?
Yeah.
So drop the free cam, fly around to the front where you can see the crying obsidian.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you see there's clay and mud coming in here?
I do see that. Yep.
All right, so this is a rooted dirt farm. And we can convert the rooted dirt into mud using bottles, right?
Sure.
And then
Oh,
it
that's
goes
how
into a
you
blast
do.
chamber.
That's how you do it. I see. I mean, it could just be any dirt, right? But
But rooted dirt we can bring into the world without having to do anything, which is super cool.
wait. Oh, because it turns the moss into rooted dirt?
That's right, yeah, when it grows into a tree. So in the middle there, moss grows into a tree. You get the rooted dirt blocks at the bottom, you separate them, you turn them into mud, and then you push all the mud into the middle. I'm also using it to farm clay though, so that's why there's clay here too.
Bro, this is nuts. So you have a cobblestone generator that makes stone, then the stone gets turned into moss, then the moss gets turned into dirt, and then the dirt gets turned into mud. Bro, this is insane. This is insanity.
Yeah. So if
That's
I
awesome.
add villagers, right? Drop out of your detached cam. I'm gonna turn it off by the way because those blasts.
Dude, what are these pistons doing, man? This is just like my brain looks at these pistons like literally intertwining amongst each other, and I don't know what's happening. I don't understand.
Yeah, follow me over here, right? Just land on that bit.
Yep.
So one of these is full of the mud. Yeah, there you go. Like, just loads of it.
Oh my god, dude, that's so
Thinking
insane.
of hooking that up to... Oh, it's going to be a bit of a squeeze to do this, but if I can hook that up to, like, a villager that creates wheat, then we just auto-craft it into packed mud, right?
Yep.
Pretty
You'd
cool.
probably need quite a few, though, right, to keep up with production, though?
I think it can be passive.
Yeah.
Because of the nature of the crafting recipe, I think it's just a case of, like, I guess, yeah, you got to keep, like, a stack of each inside the crafter.
Yeah.
And then you can just let them filter in. And if there's some in there, craft it. And then as soon as you start to run out, it just stops the auto crafting.
Because
So
a
it's like-
villager, it's an
This isn't-
it's a 9x9, right? Like one villager farm or whatever.
Yeah, I'll build it like somewhere up behind there and shimmy the items around to the crafter.
So like in one cell you can grow what, maybe 30
Yeah, well,
wheat or something?
I've already got like one of those farms
Yeah.
in my base, and it just pumps out loads of wheat. But the key thing is it's like passive.
Yeah.
You don't have to have them both at equal amounts.
Yeah.
It's that if there's some of one and some of the other, it will make them. And if one runs out, that's it. That's fine. Don't worry about it. It'll stop and it won't break. So then you just kind of balance it a bit, you know?
Nice. Dude, update on the 7 days to die idea. Ironbounded, my main man.
Say that again?
Ironbounded, who is my main man.
Oh, okay. Right, got you.
He's just the head of my servers and whatnot. They actually play 7 days to die between themselves, and they could set up a server for us on our servers.
Oh, that's cool.
And they probably know quite a lot about the mods and everything because they actively play the game together. So I will communicate with Iron and see what we can do, man. Do some zombie survival shenanigans.
I am 100% down. 100% down.
And the more we can get playing, the better, because it's one of those games like the more of us, the more fun it is.
Yeah, well, let's put an invite out there to the other hermits.
Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Slay some zombies.
Dude, it's the game. The game is so brutal because it's so jank that combat is like really hard.
Yeah.
Because it's the pathing is like all janky, and the game isn't beautiful. Like it's rough.
Right.
But it
It's
has
charming.
it has
charming in its
it has like
roughness.
it has like a indie really awesome indie charm to it, right?
That's
it's really
what
cool.
Lethal Company had, right?
Exactly, it's got that sort of vibe.
when you see that body like fizzling all over the place,
Yeah,
and stretching,
yeah,
it's
it's
like
madness.
comedy. Yeah.
But it's super satisfying because it's the same game loop as Lethal Company, right? Like you go into abandoned cities to find loot and food because you have
Nice.
to eat, and you go into a house and there's a dead grandmother there or whatever, like that tries to eat your face off.
Oh dear.
It's rough, bro. Like, but it's hard because if you take one hit, you get like poisoned or you bleed. And if you don't have bandages, like you'll die like pretty soon.
Yeah.
But with
I'll
more
turn me down,
players,
man. It sounds so good.
yeah, bro. Like with more players, you assign tasks. So you're like, okay, X, you're gonna be the medic. So
I
like
love that kind of stuff.
your job is to find medic stuff.
Yeah.
Bandages, med kits, pills, stuff like this that like can heal the crew. Whereas like someone who's better at combat or whatever, not to say that you're bad at combat, but you know what I mean, like a really good
Don't worry, I
fighter
haven't played the game yet.
would go out and find the weapons or whatever. So when you divvy up the tasks like that and you make yourself into like an army battalion basically, then you can make such awesome forts and like you can fortify your areas in such
This
sweet
sounds
ways,
like
dude.
everything I'm gonna love. Yeah, this
Yeah.
honestly just sounds like my cup of tea. It's a game that's always sort of been like in the back of my mind. Like every time it comes up, I'm always like, that game is like always looked like something I might enjoy. But I've just never got around to like organizing anything.
Yeah, dude, you're pretty good at smashing skulls in with stop signs.
I had to do that.
You killed me for $5, bro.
It had to be done. I mean, it made us richer. What can I say?
$5. There, wait, and
I
then
didn't know. I was just told I would make more money.
dude, and then
I was
Impulse
like, okay,
bought the
let's
wrong
do it.
thing, so my death was in vain.
It's true. It's true. We'll blame Impulse then, not me.
Oh man, that was so much fun. That game is
was great,
sweet,
yeah.
bro.
Yeah, I wanna play that one again as well. I'm thinking mods and maybe open up an invite for a couple more people to play. Because you can play it with more than 4, which is cool.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that is cool.
It feels like with more than 4, it would make more sense to split up.
Yep.
Like, by the way, I don't know if you realized this when we were playing yesterday, but like, I just kept feeling this urge to go off on my own.
Yeah, dude, you were on one. You were just going on
Yeah.
missions.
So like quite a few times I just went off, and then later on we could hear each other, but we couldn't link up again. It was so silly.
It was so stupid. And dude, it was hilarious. There were so many times when I was dead and watching, and
Yeah.
you were just talking to nobody on the walkie-talkie. And
Yeah.
Skiz is like on the terminal with the walkie-talkie on the floor next to him.
Oh.
And it's just hilarious. It's just like this hilarious disconnect.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Like, because I played it first with my mate, and we had no idea what was going on. And when I died, all of a sudden I'm listening to him, and it's hilarious. Like he's calling out to me and all this kind of stuff, and there's so much comedy from that.
So
Yeah,
good,
and, like,
man. Such a good game.
Same thing, spectating you guys as well was just a lot of fun. Like once you die.
And genuine jump scares, man. Like those creatures are insane.
Dude, that Bracken thing.
They're all
was, like-
disgusting.
Yeah, there was one moment when I went round a corner and I saw it for like 3 frames and I freaked out and just got the heck out of there.
Bro, there was a wolf creature that shot out like a tentacle from its mouth that went into my body and ripped my insides out.
Oh, that's making me shudder.
It was like it pulled me towards it, like it tore me
Yeah.
asunder and then sucked me into its mouth and just devoured me, bro. Like the developer put so much effort into those creatures. It is amazing. Like it's the horror is just insane.
Yeah. When I first played the game, I got this kind of like not low effort, but like the visuals and the quirkiness of it kind of made me feel like it might be a bit more accessible. Like the approach wasn't to like polish everything
Yeah.
and give everything loads of detail. It's like kind of to lean into the cheaper, dodgier ways of doing things,
For sure.
especially with like the procedural nature of it. But you're right, like although it looks a bit like that, they must have put a ton of effort and like careful thought into how they made those creatures work, because they are really scary
100%,
and
man.
they pop up at the right times.
I think the game is artistically beautiful, personally. Like, I think it's a really
totally agree.
unique
Totally agree.
experience. I've never played a game that looked like that. It was
Dude,
awesome.
It's raining again. Do you know, as someone who's covered the snapshots in Minecraft for a long time,
Yeah.
there's this bug where you sleep in a bed and it doesn't properly reset the rain time. It puts it down to like, I think it's something like 5,000 ticks.
Mm-hmm.
So it will reliably start raining again, like before the next night comes around. And I've seen it marked as fixed like 4, 5, 6 times over the years, and it never actually is. And we had to disable the multiplayer sleep data pack to stop things from breaking behind the scenes.
Oh, God.
And now it just rains constantly again.
I have noticed that it is raining a lot.
Yep. That's because Mojang can't fix that bug.
I mean, but have mods fixed it?
Our data pack has.
So it's fixable.
It probably is. I don't know. Like, you got to remember, like, a mod or a data pack just sort of like injects some code on top.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like the underlying code has got an issue that they need to get in there and change.
It's like a band-aid. Yeah, it's not like a fix. It's kind of just like a patch.
Exactly.
Yeah. Can't we turn the data pack on again?
Possibly, but we're having some issues, and
Okay.
we need to just turn a few things off to make sure the server's a bit more stable at the moment. That's all.
Yeah, dude. No, there's other priorities also. You know, we can deal with a bit of rain. It's fine. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah. All right, dude. Pleasure hanging out with you.
Yeah, bro. Probably bedtime, eh?
Not for me, because we stayed up late last night, and I know, like you get pushed out of
Out of your sleep cycle.
sync a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, dude, I'm on a mission to try and be just the best version of myself that I can be. I'm trying not to let these late nights become habits.
Got ya. Yeah.
It's hard though.
It is. Yeah. No. Well, we were up to like 12 yesterday, so like,
Yeah.
you know, I'll just slowly shift back to my normal time.
Yep.
Is how I do it. But yeah, I'm super excited for 7 days and some more lethal company. We gotta figure it out.
Yeah, dude. And some Scootball, baby. Some Scootball.
And some Scootball.
Get out of my
Coming your
face,
way
slime.
soon. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get you a Scootball trophy sorted out.
Amazing, bro. Bro, could I have some rockets? I've got one rocket left.
Just stuck in here.
Thank you. Awesome. All right, bro.
Cool.
Nice one, X. Thanks for helping me test out some things.
Yeah, man, it
That
was
was
a
sweet.
pleasure. Thank you so much.
We'll speak to you later.
I'll see you around.
All right, brother. See ya. Ah! All right, chat. Well, didn't think we were actually going to get to the point of testing Scootball today. So very tired of my audio issues, friends. I don't know what has happened to my microphone and everything. I'm sure X's stream sounded terrible, so I was just thinking the whole time that, you know, we made X's stream sound terrible. Ah, you hate to see it. Really hard to go to bed when all the homies are playing too. Yes, that is very true. Let's turn the music down a bit. But yeah, actually got to test the old Scootball today. Also, guys, what do we think? Good name, right? I think Scootball's a better name than Dillow Ball. Dillow Ball doesn't quite roll off the tongue as smoothly, you know? And, well, Star Rapidash, thank you for the 3 months in a row, by the way. Appreciate it. Pacerbum, thank you also. I'm sorry that I didn't read out your TTS while we were chatting with Xisuma there. I think we were mid-discussion there, but I will re-roll that for you, Pacer. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I'm not. I just have to try and change whatever I changed last night to make the audio work in Lethal Company, because it wasn't working in Lethal Company either. And then I made some changes to the audio with Impulse, and that obviously has broken stuff. I mean, it's got something to do with this, basically. But it's too late at night to even think about this. But it is a good name, and let's go back to the creative world real quick and have a look at the proposed arena. So the eventual arena will look like something like this. And here is the method to keep the scoot off the walls, right? We've got these water streams that will push the scoot back into the arena, which is pretty sweet. And having played with the Xisuma on that like slightly smaller arena, I kind of like this size, right? Or do we feel like this is too big? I don't know. You can get across quite fast. And if there's going to be more players, is this maybe too big? I don't know if this is too big. This might be too big. Hey, Jonah, nice to see you, brother. Welcome to Scootball. We've just invented a new Minecraft sport using the Armadillo as a ball. Feels good for 3v3, right? Definitely too big for 1v1, though. I'm going to see if I can get the Scoot to jump like... I got it to jump once really high. There, did you see that? Like, you have to hit and... There! I did it. That is literally punch and right-click right away. There. Look at this. Guys, I'm telling you, people are gonna find ways to break this. Look at this. Next MCC event right here, Scootball. Gonna replace Dodgeball. I need to show Scott the prototype. Wait, can you not... Guys, can you not critical strike if you have jump boost? Oh, I think I turned particles off. That's why we don't see that. Okay, you can crit strike with double jump, so that's not ideal. Personally, I don't mind if the ball dies. I think I do like the consensus we came to, though, that if the ball dies, there's no penalty for the ball dying. I think that's a better way to do it. There, guys, you see, look, you can make the scoot go up if you do this right. There, you see? You can punch and wind charge at the same time. Man, I reckon there's going to be lots of sweet ways to do this. I really liked X's suggestion that each player gets a limited amount of wind charges per match, right? So maybe you get like... How fast will 3 stacks of wind charges go? You know, the more that I think about this, the more that I think... I just want to make like the base version of this game. Can you wind charge it while it's in the air? Interesting. I want to work on like just the base version of this game. And I think what will happen, rip, the scoot got scooted. But I mean, after like that thing took an insane amount of hits. I think what's going to happen is that players will invent their own varieties of the game. I just want to make the base game, right? And depending on what server you are or what Minecraft community you play in, you might make your own thing. You know, someone might make a Scootball arena that's got crazy redstone in it that kind of changes the game, adds new rules and stuff. That's cool. What if we just introduced to the world like the basic concept, right? The basic rules. Football, field, goals, ball. Like, that's it. That's what we're showing. Oh, look at that. That was crazy. Did you see that? We made it go backwards? Whoa, man. How did we do that? Good night, hello. See you later. How the heck did we do that? Okay, let's go to survival mode. I want to feel what it feels like. What do 3 stacks of wind charges feels like a lot, right? There, did you see that? That was some airtime right there. What is the thing called in Quidditch? The little flying thing? I can't can't remember what it's called. It's called like the... There we go. Okay, you got to hit and wind charge like just in front. There. Did you see that? That was some serious height there. The snitch, that's it. Yeah, the snitch. I always loved the nomenclature that Rowling's used for Quidditch. I think they were really clever. You can do all sorts of weird stuff with the wind charges. Like, you could duke with them, right? Like, you could be going straight like this, and then you wind charge in front to stop the ball dead. And that might, like... That might duke someone that's trying to tackle you, you know? Dudes, I'm telling you, there are so many options in Scootball that we don't even know about. Players are going to discover them for sure. Look at that! Look at the height! It made the Scoot come out of its cage, too. Look how fast we can move, right? Like, you can move across this... Whoa! What? Was that like the perfect rocket jump? How did I do that? Yeah, players will be able to use charges against each other. That's the idea, right? 3 stacks feels like a lot, right, guys? Is it a... What happened there? Did you see that? What the heck? Something happened. Guys, did you see that? What is happening there? What is happening there? How do I get that little speed boost? Oh my goodness, we are already finding strats. I think what's happening is we're colliding with the Scoot. Are you guys seeing this? We're colliding with the Scoot and the wind charge is actually going off in this entity and then pushing us forward, giving us this boost. Whoa. I don't know if I can do this in F5 though. There. What the heck, dudes? I mean, this is just like 5 minutes of messing around. Imagine what, like, a few days of Scootball pros just, like, trying to figure out the game. What the heck? I mean, how many of these little tricks are there? Guys. We're onto something here, I'm telling you. This is going to be sweet. How easy is it to like hold on. How easy is it to like score from here?
Minotti cheered X1000. If armadillos are space rats, and space rats are in every outpost, is Scootball the official sport of Gigacorp? RDTV think.
You know what, Monete? That sounds like a really, really good idea, right? Like, Scootball is the football of the Gigaverse, right? And because the space rats, like, travel in the Gigatrucks to new exoplanets, yeah, that's what the Gigacorp scientists do in their spare time. They play Scootball outside, right? That's a really great idea. Thank you for the TTS, Monte. That's a great idea. I mean, it's gonna be a skill to try and like hit the wind charges from a distance for sure, because they are very weird projectiles. They don't shoot 100% straight. They have these weird like arches too. You see? Try spam them. Wow. Yeah. I mean, you spam the wind charges like that, you get the Scoot across the arena real fast, right? Look at that. But you burn through your wind charges really fast too. Is it better to hit the Scoot or like hit behind it? Hey Gongan, how's it going? I don't know where we're gonna build it. I was thinking about either building it right next to my base, where the spawn chunks used to be. I kind of want it to be near the shopping district. You know, stadiums are usually like in the cities, you know? Gaming district is like a little bit far out, I think. There's that empty space between me and Hypno which is kind of like the very center of the server. It's kind of awesome there. It might be cool to like build it there, and maybe Scootball is a sport that like gets a whole bunch of hermits to play together. You know, we could have tournaments and stuff there. I think that'd be a really cool spot to have it there, right in the thick of things. You know, right in the middle of all the action. I think this game is like awesome enough to be played a lot on the server. You know. Not just played like once for a video and then never played again. I feel like this is the kind of game that has got legs, you know? Could be a multi-purpose arena too, right? It could be like a PvP arena at the same time. Is this going to be 1v1? No, my plan is to make it 3v3. 3v3 or 5v5 in a stadium this size. And then to have like a smaller arena for 1v1. I think this is like a little bit big for 1v1. Guys, this little speed boost is so nuts. Do you guys see this? I've got it down now too. So like, if someone's got the scoot and you can get in front of them and turn around, right? Like you could use this as advanced defense. You could get in front of them, do a 180, and push the scoot out of their attack line. See? The armadillos will eventually run out of health. Yeah, the ball will pop eventually. There, do you see that? Like, awesome defense, right? Boom, boom. Just like this. Oh. What? Did you see this? What? The wind charge colliding with the scoot does really weird stuff with the players. Oh my goodness, you can rocket jump off the scoot. Oh my goodness, that is insane. Guys, the discoveries. Oh, that is nuts. Oh, did you see that distance? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That was like a 9-block jump. Oh my goodness, guys, imagine how much there is to discover. This is insane. Oh, that's madness. Oh, there are some... Okay, that's insane. Okay, this is ridiculous. You feel bad for the armadillo every time it peeks his little head out, yeah. This is some parkour stuff for sure. I think we might have discovered some parkour stuff. Apparently, armadillos make you... I mean, we've got jump too, also from the beacons though, so maybe that's making this also. Yeah, it's a ball, guys. It's not a ball, it's a scoot. You could probably, like, jump from one armadillo to another, right? Problem is they move, though. Okay, I mean, that's pretty insane. What if we do it while the scoot's moving? That's what I'm thinking. Let's make the scoot move and then rocket jump off it. See what happens. Oh, it's really hard, though. Did you see that? Oh my goodness. I think you even get more air if the scoot's moving. Something to do with... Oh. I was in creative. I almost thought we broke the game there, but I double jumped And that made us fly like that. I mean, that was a moment that looked like we broke Minecraft, right? But that was just a double jump. Okay, but that airtime, though. What happens if you do this off of players, right? Will that work on a server? Probably not. True, there will be latency, yeah. That's a good point. I mean, there will be loads and loads of tricks involved. You have to spend hours just, like, fiddling around, you know? What if you shoot from above? Like, how fast can you sprint? You know when footballers, like, go down the line, you know? Or in, like, Rocket League when you take the ball down the line. But you see, you got to be really good at this, because if you wind charge too close to the scoot, it actually pushes you back, right? So it slows you down. You want to hit the scoot with the wind charge at a distance where the wind charge doesn't impact you, which I think is probably... Okay, that's 2 blocks. Let's test this. So this is one block away. That impacts us. 2 blocks away. That impacts us. So we want to be somewhere like maybe 2.5 blocks away. Yeah, 2.5 blocks. So a really good attacker is going to find a way to maximize when to push the scoot, basically. Right? To get maximum speed. Because your wind charge will actually slow you down if you're too close to the scoot when you hit it. There's so many like little micro skills that you can learn in this to get really good. Here we go. Here we go. That was pretty much as fast as you could move the scoot down the line, right? Without doing any sort of like weird tricks and stuff. That was really quick, right? We definitely have to limit the amount of wind charges that players get, or you can just spam them for sure. It scooted! Yo, maybe you get half a point if you collect the scoot, right? Fascinating, friends. Fascinating. Oh my goodness. There's just so much. There's so much here. This is crazy. It's going to be so good. It's going to be so good, guys. You guys are like making some really great suggestions with redstone and stuff. But the more of these redstone things that you add, the more complicated it gets, right? What I want to do is make a game that you all can just set up in your own worlds. Like, it's super easy, but at the same time really fun, right? I think like just wind charges and the scoot is all we need. Yeah, maybe like in a tournament the ref gets some healing potions, right? To keep the scoot alive. The simpler we keep it, the better, I think. It'd be cool to have power-ups and all of that, but like you got to keep those dispensers loaded. Like there's just so much upkeep that the game then requires, you know? I don't think the game needs more than this. This reminds me of Rocket League. You know, Rocket League is like an interesting game because when you first play it, you think it's kind of dumb. You're just this little car kicking around a ball, a giant ball. But the more Rocket League you play, the more you realize how much skill is in the game. Like the physics, you start to learn the physics of the game, and you can just exploit the game in so many interesting ways. And I have a feeling this might be very similar to that, you know? We're just like brushing the surface with what is possible here. We've already like learned a couple of tricks here, you know? And I'm sure there's many, many more that players will discover. So yeah, like this will be the basic stadium. And then we just need to figure out the basic rules, you know? I think the rules are really basic. Like if you... Maybe the captain of the team gets a lead, right? Or if there's a referee, the referee has a lead. If you concede a goal, so if the opposing team scores against you, then you have to start with the scoot in the goal box, and the opposing team has to be behind the halfway line, right? And this is how we start a round of Scootball. Like, this is how we start. So as long as the scoot is in this box at the start of a round, the other team can't cross the center line. And as soon as the scoot is over, then the game is on. My only worry with this restart, though, is does this give the defenders a disadvantage? Like, is it... It feels kind of bad that as you've just conceded a goal and you start with the ball on your side of the field. In football, it like starts in the middle. In rugby and American football, you kick the ball into the other players, into the other team's territory. Oh, we can make a custom horn for the ref's whistle. That's genius. I love it. Make it like air hockey so it pops up in the middle. Yeah, we can do that. That's redstone though, right? Like, Scootball at its very simple form. Imagine, you know, you just want to play football in the street, right? In real life. You get a couple of bins. That's the goal. You get an old tatty ball from your garden that's been out in the rain, and you play football with this, right? Like, that's what we're making here. We're making the super base version. It's kind of hard to start from the middle, though, because the scoot doesn't behave, right? Like, you would have to lead it to the middle and then break the lead. If you don't have a referee to do this, then it's kind of a mess. You know, like, who controls this, right? When it's like this, the captain of the team just drags the scoot into their goal box, and you start here. I have a feeling you have an advantage as an attacker, though. We'll never know until we actually practice, though, with some teams and stuff. So if the team starts here, you know, I don't know. Team captains have the lead, yeah. I guess it's not that hard to drag the scoot into the middle. Maybe it doesn't have to be exact middle, right? Check it out. Like, maybe it's... wait, did I mess this up? Yeah. That's probably too big, though. That's like starting point, is what I'm thinking, right? Maybe we can make this a bit smaller. Make it a 3x3. Come on, bud. There we go. That's how we do it. Okay, so maybe this is better, right? After a goal is scored, one of the captains drags the scoot to the middle, which is this little 3x3. Maybe a 3x3 is too small because the scoot's a little bit... There we go. This is the start, right? How do we start the game though? I guess if there's a referee, the referee will blow the whistle, and then both teams start. So, you have to start behind the line here. Behind here, you know. Other team starts here. Yeah, the 3x3 is good. Without a ref though, how do you start the game? I guess players will work it out between them. The different communities would work it out. Start as soon as the ball is struck. Yeah, but who strikes though, right? Three, two, one, go. Coin flip, but how do we do a coin flip though? Same in street ball, you just say go. True, right? You just say go. Maybe the team that oh, is it as simple as the team that conceded a goal starts, right? Isn't that as simple as it is? So if you scored against my team, I get to start. So I can start whenever. Maybe it's as simple as that. Then you get a slight advantage, right? Who starts with the first round match? Well, that would be a coin flip, right, to start? Oh, those rocket jumps though. Jeez. It scooted. Oh man. Nice, guys. Okay, well, we're definitely on to something. Friends, we've done some great brainstorming tonight. We figured out a bunch of stuff, and I dedicate this stream to Bjornar, to Wolfie, to Bego, and to all the other 100-month plus subscribers of this channel who are starting to come through now. We got our very first 100-month subscription yesterday from Wolfie, so an historical moment for our channel. I never believed we'd get to 100 months of streaming. That's pretty insane. Absolutely insane. And on this historic day, we invented Scootball. You saw it here first, friends. You saw it here first. My sincere hope is that this becomes an actual Minecraft sport. Whether my name is on it or not, I don't care. If I saw people playing this all over the world, how awesome would that be? That would be so sick. Oh my goodness. Hey, Samarital, speaking of the OGs, get the camel out, people. Samarital's in the house. 89 months. 89 months. So I can't believe it. It doesn't feel like it's been that far. That is absolutely ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Thank you, Sam, for the years and years and years of support. Madness. Lots of work still to do, I think, just to figure out the arena a little bit, you know? I'm still unclear if this is too big. This arena might be a little bit too big. I don't know, I just feel like you can move really fast, right? I mean, how many seconds does it take to get from this side of the field to the other side of the field? Using the wind charges. Let's just do one more experiment. This is going to be a 3x3, 3v3 or a 5v5 field. 3v3 being the lowest number of players that can do this one. Let me just get a stopwatch out. Okay. Right, how many seconds will it take us to get from here to the goal? let's go. Trying to go as fast as possible, too. Whoops. Okay, with mistakes, that was about 10 seconds. Let's try again. Let's try to get to the other side as fast as possible. Oh, this is terrible, though. That was 12 seconds. Right, let's go again, but with punching this time. I didn't actually start the stopwatch. You know what? Let's ignore the scoot and just run. How long does it take to run at full speed with speed 2 from one side to the other? 7 seconds. 7 seconds. From one side to the other. I mean, that's like... That's nothing, right? How many wind charges? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. About between 7 and 10 wind charges. Rip. We popped the ball, guys. Rip. Maybe the length is a little bit long, like maybe 3. Is the width okay? Let's shave it by 4 in total. 2 from each side. Wait a minute. Let's make a new one here. Right, something like this. This is -4. Right, let's do a test. Just sprinting was 7 seconds in the previous rendition. This is... Wait. Was it 8 seconds in the previous rendition? I don't think I actually started properly there too. Let me try again. Here we go. About 6.5. So So we've shaved off about a second, I would say. I mean... this feels more like a basketball court now, right? You guys reckon this feels a bit better? Thing is, we kind of want to get the size right now, so I don't have to rebuild it on the Hermitcraft server, right? That would be annoying. Have to rebuild like such a huge structure. Does feel a bit better though. As for wider, I don't know. Do we need to go wider? I don't think so. I don't think we need to go wider. Maybe for 5v5 though. I think it does have to go a bit wider though, hey? If we widen by 4... is what I'm thinking. Wait, let's do the long strip blocks first. So we widen by 2 on each side of the goalpost. So that's plus 4 width. It's all perfectly symmetrical too, so pretty easy to chop about. How about that? That feels more like it, right? Oh, did I mess this up though? This side is like 1 block longer, I think, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 on this side. What? Oh, the goal isn't symmetrical. Oh, interesting. Oh, I see. I see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I see, the goal isn't symmetrical. This is also rough, guys. just threw this together today so fast. I was very inspired, so I just went for it, but it's so many little errors and mistakes. The center of the goals might actually be off, yeah. Yeah, the center is definitely off. Well, let's work out where the center is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30, 1, 2, 32. No! Can't be 32. It's gotta be odd. We gotta yoink the whole thing, I think. By the way, welcome to the life of a hermit. You guys are pretty much witnessing the daily life of a Minecraft YouTuber right now. Spending hours upon hours upon hours designing stuff like this for a 20-minute episode. Wait, is it odd? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 30. 1, 2. No, it's 32 across. $16. That's 16 over there. Then this will be 16. Yeah, then that's 16. Okay, so we got to cut this out. Then add a single strip. We've got we made a strip, didn't we? Yeah, we made a strip. Okay, cool. So we add a single strip though. So just one strip, and then we add the half. New half. And that should give us a center point too. This gives us the center point. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. This is the center point here. Yep, that's the center point. All right. How do we feel about this size? I think that's about right, hey? The goals need to be shorter. I don't know. I think it's kind of hard to score. I mean, even just against one goalie, it's pretty hard because, like, the goalie's got wind charges and can just knock you and the Scoot away, right? I think the goals need to be pretty wide. Wait, one goal is larger? Is it, though? I think it just looks like... Oh, no, this one is larger. You guys are right. This one is a little bit shorter. We also want the games to end, right? If we think from like a YouTube video perspective, like we don't want the games to last too long because then it just makes for sort of boring footage. We want the games to kind of get through quite quick if possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So the goals are 9 across. Yeah, the goalie boxes are a little bit large, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Let's keep this nice and like mathematical, you know? Even though like the players won't know it, I think the human brain is able to see these sort of symmetries in shapes and stuff, and I think it's a little bit more pleasing when things are symmetrical, you know, nice and symmetrical. 6, 7, 8, 9. That's how my brain works anyway. Let's shorten these a little bit. Right, how does that feel? I think I'm into that. This is feeling pretty good, right? Man, with the shorter field, like you can do these scoot jumps like crazy. Look at this. You can like scoot jump out of your half almost. Yo, you can scoot jump out of your half. Yep, we're making armadillo football. It's happening. It's called Scootball though. Man, it's so insane. These scoot jumps, crazy. Whoops. It's hard to keep it in front of you when you're punching. You almost have to like try punch the bottom of the hitbox. Oh, do you guys see this? You can keep the scoot in the air. Do you see this? Look, you can keep the scoot in the air. Oh my goodness, that's insane. Yeah, this will be known as juggling, right? Oh, it's so hard, though. There. It's like dribbling. Oh, that was such a great shot, too. You can juggle it and then shoot just before it hits the ground. You get like a bit of a speed momentum boost with the shot. See that? Yeah, there's also a way to like get the scoot to jump. Oh man. You keep that scoot in the air, it's so much harder to hit for the opponents also. How do we make the scoot go up? We've done this before. There. I gotta remember these techniques for my video tomorrow. I want to show all of these tricks tomorrow in the video. Yeah, there's like legitimate development of skills in this game, right? Of like agility skills. Things to practice. Like we've already got a couple, right? We got the scoot jump. Whoops. Looks like this. We got the toot scoot. What do we call this thing? The scoot boost, right? The scoot jump. The scoot boost. Juggling. And then we need one for when we pop the scoot in the air like this. A header. It's really hard though. There, that one. Do you see this? Oh, there's a huge scoot boost. Scoot jump, rather. It's like a rocket jump. Oh, there's so many different techniques to try. Oh my goodness, did you see the airtime though? That was insane. The scoot went forward, was still going forward, and I went into the air. So like, I would have jumped over the defenders there. But the scoot kept on moving too, right? Did you guys see this? There, you see this? You travel like with the scoot. Oh my goodness, guys. Insanity. There's so much. There's so much here. Lonely Rocketeer, 23 months. Thank you, my friend. Welcome back. GG all the subs. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Oh, man. All right. I think we have to end it there, though, guys. I need to, if I want to make a video about this weekend, I need to get some sleep. Need to be nice and fresh to get this business up and running. Scootball. Coming soon, my dear friends, to the Homercraft server.
Right. We gotta put back this ping.
Thank you all very much for watching. Thanks for all the great ideas and stuff. We worked on this together. Came up with a bunch of cool stuff together, guys. Thank you for being here through this development journey of Scootball. It's going to be sweet. And a big thanks to Xisuma and his amazing viewers who came up with the name Scootball. This has truly been a Hermitcraft community development right here, right? Scootball has been made by all of us. As it should be. A game for one, a game for all. Scootball. Moderators, thanks for looking after the place, guys. Thanks for all the gifted subs, all the resubs, and thanks for keeping us above that 1,500 subscriber mark. You guys are the best. Let's head over to the Cub fan of the 1, of the 3, and of the 5, where you can continue your wonderful, Hermitcrafting entertainment for the day. Friends, we see you again real soon. Look at this, Scoot's even come to say goodbye. You did so good today. I'm so proud of you, Mr. Scoot. You're amazing. You're the most amazing Scoot ever. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you soon. Bye.